Welcome back. It is time for the third season of Total Party Kill. I am Jason Snell. I am not the Dungeon Master. I am but a player. We're back in the Dark Sun universe. Scott McNulty, you are our Dungeon Master. And, excitingly, we have upgraded everything to D&D 5th edition.
Have we upgraded the fun?
Can you explain? Everything is one more now.
Is it like a better version of ourselves now?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes. Our characters have been upgraded. Ourselves have been upgraded. Scott, can you tell us a little bit, before we introduce the party, can you tell us a little bit about what the deal is with 5th edition?
What is the dealio?
Yes. No, don't do that. It's a waste of time.
No dilios.
No dilios. The kids. I'm trying to be hip. I thought we were trying to.
Nope.
The millennials, maybe?
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about. So, 5th edition is...
I look forward to seeing you interviewed by Glozell later, Scott.
I don't even
trying
know
to increase your appeal to the young.
I don't know either.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not that hip.
5th edition, which is actually not what the Wizards of the Coast call it. They just call it Dungeons and Dragons, but everyone else calls it 5th edition, is the latest version of Dungeons and Dragons, which does away with many of the things that people perhaps liked or disliked about 4th edition. Gone are all the card-based powers and counter powers, daily powers. They're all gone. We are back to traditional Dungeons and Dragons, where character classes all have different powers. Magic is once again more complicated. The most, I think, interesting changes are in combat and how rounds are accounted for. So now everyone obviously has movement, or speed, as it's known in 5th edition. And the nice thing about 5th edition now is that you can attack something, or you can actually move move as much as you like within your speed, attack something, and then use the rest of your speed to move elsewhere, which is I think, nice. You can also, this is a minor detail, but I think it's a good thing. If you are knocked prone now, you use half your movement to stand up, but then you can use other actions and things, which is exciting. So it's not like you have to use a whole action just to stand up, which was always annoying. What else is different?
Does that mean that if I attack I could run up to somebody and attack them and then run away, or would they have an opportunity attack as I ran away?
They would have an opportunity attack as you ran away, depending on how far you run, and if they had used. So you can only a target can only use one opportunity attack per round. So theoretically, if they'd already used an opportunity attack, you could just run away from them. You can also disengage. I don't know if I think that's an action.
That's an action.
Actually. Yeah, you can't unless you have a power that lets you do disengage as a bonus action, which is also new in 5th edition. You would not be able to do that. But
exciting. Also, spells are really complicated.
Spells are more complicated, which is kind of a traditional Dungeons and Dragons thing.
And incredibly overpowered.
Well, some of them are. I'm trying to think of what else is different in 5th edition. Advantage and disadvantage. That's a big difference. Yeah. So advantage and disadvantage, which I think is a nice mechanic, is based on your character or the whims of the Dungeon Master. You can be granted advantage, which means you roll 2d20 and you take the higher of the two rolls, or you can be granted disadvantage, which is you roll 2d20 and you take the lower of the two rolls, which is sad for some people. Apparently Jason wanted to roll a D200, yes, which is not in 5th edition, but you can if you like. And I don't know if anyone else has played 5th edition, if there are any other things that might be called.
Well, you described inspiration just now. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I did not talk about inspiration. That's a good thing. I was talking about advantage and disadvantage. And now there's another thing called inspiration, which is meted out by me, Dungeon Master, to each player as I see fit. And it can be used you can only have one inspiration point at any given time, and you can expend it to grant yourself advantage on any roll, or you can give it to another player character and give them advantage. And how do you get inspiration? Basically, it is just a mechanic that allows me to reward good role playing. So if you act like your character, I can decide to give you inspiration. Now, bards also have a bardic inspiration, which is a different thing. And Steve should know how to use that, so that might come in handy. But there you go. And I think that's it. It's still you roll a d20 to hit. Armor classes have been reconfigured slightly. Many of the classes have been changed, but the mechanics of the game are still pretty straightforward.
Still round down.
Still round down.
Damn it!
I actually think the death saving throws changed completely in this edition, though.
But that's true.
And healing
succeed on 3 or fail on 3.
Though we won't be seeing any of those in today's podcast.
Healing
That
and
is
hit
true.
dice
So-
too.
Death saving throws is a different. You just have to succeed, like Dan just said, succeed or fail on 3, and whichever happens first. And if you roll a 1, that counts as 2 failures. And if you roll a 20, you get 1 hit point back, and you are immediately conscious.
I've been brushing up on those rules.
There you go. Healing. Everyone has hit dice, so you have 3 hit dice since everyone's level 3 now. And you can use that to heal in a short rest. You can use as many of those as you like. And a long rest, which is 8 hours, 6 hours of actual resting, 2 hours of whatever. You gain back 2, I think.
Good news, everybody. Your healer has actually gained some healing capability in the time.
That's right. The
That's good.
Nice.
Bard has changed significantly, so now he can cast some healing spells. And I think those
Not spells.
Healing songs.
I have some. Yes, the healing power of song. is what
Yes,
I have.
there you go.
It's not magic. Not magic.
Not magic at all. I think I have to add Georgia to the game because her name isn't showing up as a player. So I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it
I'm one of the monsters.
out. There's probably a way to do this. I moved my keyboard, so I don't know where anything is. All right. Now, does anybody have any questions based on all of that? I meant to also say we're playing Dark Sun, which is, well, you should all know that, but
Happy joy.
there are...
You're apparently new to Dark Sun.
You're new.
Sandy sand.
I
There's
love
lots
sand.
Lots of sand.
Fabulous.
Magic
Don't
is
like
bad.
sand.
There's only one dragon on this planet.
The
But
sun is not as dark as they suggest. Is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's
but
It's actually
That's
quite
marketing.
hot.
it's
Quite
like a
hot.
Greenland situation.
there's more than one sun. And what was I going to say? Oh, all of the encounters in 5th edition and in previous editions, you can give different levels of difficulty for encounters. And in keeping with Dark Sun, I have made them all extremely difficult. So,
Thoughtful of you. That's very thoughtful of you. Kind.
but I thought, for this first session, we would see how that goes. And if A, I kill you all, that's no fun. And B,
For you.
if we find that they are too difficult, just let me know, because it should be. This is a game, after all. We should be having fun. So
That's the least convincing match that I've ever heard.
I heard mwahaha after you said that.
That's right.
no,
Evil.
it is
blah, blah,
not
blah.
my intention to kill anyone. But if people die, it'll happen.
But I made it really hard
It
just
happens.
because.
It's fun. You want a challenge, right? They're called challenges.
But if Dan gets killed 3 times, that's just unlucky. That's not a plan.
We're not even talking about my character. We're talking about me.
I think I'm
I
pushing you.
die at least
Right,
once.
there's a band of assassins right now coming to one of our houses.
And it's Dan. I think I'm going to reload this to see if Georgia shows up.
Oh, the DM's gone. Now we can talk about him.
Party.
All right, guys, I have a plan.
Boy,
Here's
that
how we're
guy.
gonna get Scott.
I'm just gonna type 20 every time I roll something. Just FYI.
Okay. We will rat you out.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Scott.
Ooh,
I'm unhappy. Still not showing up in the character thing.
So what are you trying to add her to the?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I probably have to do this somewhere else. I don't know where though. To give her control of her token. Let's see. There must be. Must have to do something. Oh, do I see Erica? Let's see. That's a good question. Do I see Erica?
I see Erica. She's right there in a little square.
But she's not in my list, so I need to do something to add Erica and Georgia. What
Players-
do I need?
Oh, I
to
can't.
do?
I can't hear her.
we're hiding. That's why we're invisible somewhere.
You are
I'm behind a plant.
Where do you? Oh, maybe it's in. I don't know. Technology frightens and confuses me.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank
That's a good
goodness
sign.
that's not your profession.
No, I don't. I communicate about.
I'll throw out while Scott's looking around a neat D&D feature, D&D 5 feature in Roll20. If you type /roll d20 and do KL1, that's your roll d20. Oh, damn it. What is it? You can do a
He's lying.
yeah, don't do it.
Lying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's roll 2d20 KL1 is that's your disadvantage. And if you roll 2d20 KH1, keep highest
larger.
one, it will give you your
Keep lower and keep higher.
lower and keep higher.
keep lower and keep higher.
Yeah, there was definitely no easier way to do that.
Those are your disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not.
KL1, yeah, sure, makes perfect sense to me.
I'm just saying
That's way easier than just typing D20 twice and looking at which number's higher.
/roll20 will just give you the number 20. By the way,
You can
That's what
also
I'm doing.
you can also do /R if you don't want to, type out.
But you can also roll 8d20 and keep the lowest 4, apparently. So
I see what you're doing here.
All right.
funny. I rolled 100 d20 and I kept the highest, and it was a 20.
That seems statistically likely.
What are the odds? No, seriously, what are the odds?
D0 always comes out 0.
can you script it so you roll it as many times as it takes to get to no
Oh my
20?
god.
Nope.
Oh.
Scott, how's it going?
/R is not working for me. Is that because I'm not actually a player?
almost done.
Erica, I'm
It's
very
actually
excited.
/roll.
Inspired by you, I have macros.
Ooh, I haven't created any
Do
yet. I
you?
figured I'd
I
wait and
have
see how this
nothing.
goes.
Oh, Carlos wields his warhammer.
Nice.
I'm
He
not
does.
expecting to
You'll be
really-
seeing it. He'll be taking that one out soon.
I'm not really
Ooh,
expecting to use powers very much. I feel like I'm going to be more of like relying on.
You are a
Talking
regular.
about
You are a regular guy. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
true.
really. I'm not really
That's
one of
what
you. You guys are like fight guys. I'm more of a. Well, I'm like the spokesperson for the party.
Oh man, I want macros.
Okay, so
Somebody told me they were
Nice.
I believe we are almost ready, even though we've already started. So when last we met on the blood-soaked sands of Athos, you had just successfully returned and to Tyr from the Face in the Stone, where you
Explain that again, could you? Maybe tell a little
What was
poem
the
about
poem?
it or something.
well.
Sing a song.
There's a song,
No,
right?
don't.
We need a lute.
There is an actual song.
Kochka may know that song.
That's right.
But when you say we, you mean 3 of us, right?
Three. That would be
Regdar, Carlos, and Kochka.
Regdar and Kochka. All the other players or characters have disappeared into
They caught a bus.
the sandstorm of life.
I just figured time had passed. It was like we're back from summer vacation. We're catching up.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Did Dan's character die at the very end again?
No, he was great. He just had enough of you guys.
Which that?
Oh,
which
he
one
heard about
was
the
that?
He heard
Was
about
that
the mortality
Asteron, or
rates.
did he die too?
No, he died. He died in an unfortunate mushroom-related room that
Yes.
Carlos
Oh,
went
Whose
in.
fault was that?
We left him in
Yeah.
the swim room.
It might have been Carlos's.
Kildrak the dwarf took one look at your
Kildrak.
mortality rates, your little flip charts, 0 days since last death, and he's like, "See
Well,
ya."
to be fair,
I'm outta here.
Kildrak was never really a part of our party. He just kind of came along when we found him in the
Ouch.
mushroom room.
Ouch.
Oh,
That hurts him. That cuts him to the
No, we
quick.
liked him, but he probably didn't like us. Is what I'm saying.
that's right. He was just a wayward dwarf who was looking for escape from his
And for love.
fungus captors.
So should we
for-
introduce
looking for
ourselves,
love.
Scott, or are we not there yet?
So why don't Jason and Tony and Steve introduce themselves, and then Dan and Erica and Georgia will come in when I have them come in.
All right. Okay. Storytelling. It's a story half of us create together,
That's right.
waiting for the other half to arrive. I am Jason Snell, and I am Carlos D. Dwarf. Dwarf is a family name. I'm actually a mull and of average height for a human being, although I'm not a human being. I am a mull, half dwarf, half human. I am a gladiator fighter. I fight
fight
for my
gladiators.
I fight for my gladiator brothers. I will not tolerate slavery. I'm just a simple gladiator trying to make his way in a dusty, sandy world. And I got this awesome warhammer on our last adventure, and I like to beat people with it. And I also enjoy running toward various things.
Fungi.
That's me. Whatever. Sandstorms, fungi. Doesn't matter. I like to run at things and then hit them.
Very little heed
I am
for
a
his
simple
fellow
man.
party members.
Excellent. Tony, would you like to explain Regdar?
I am Tony Sindelar, and I am playing Regdar, who is, he's just a normal guy making his way in the world today, in the world of Dark Sun, in Tyr. Things in Tyr are complicated. There's been some government upheaval, and, that might have some bearing on Regdar's current financial job-related situation. Let's not get into details. Regdar is very proud that he is literate, which is, not very common in the world of Dark Sun. Other than that, totally normal guy. Really, perhaps a little too into pottery. That's what you need to know about Regdar.
Oh, the pottery. This adventure focuses deeply on pottery.
Excellent.
Regdar really likes explaining things to people too. No one else cares for this, but Regdar, that's his thing.
This adventure is
Where's our OG?
95% skill checks.
He is full of advice that will go unheeded. So.
Excellent. And Steve Ketchka.
Yes, I am Steve Lutz. I am playing Kachka, a 3-creen bard. I am a large bug who plays a guitar.
Cool. That's talented.
Kachka, well, it's not really all that impressive. I have 4 arms.
I was gonna say, with all those arms.
That's true. Because I was thinking the fingers aren't as nimble. Right?
I've got one
There's
of those.
no thumb.
I've got one of those guitars that has two fretboards, except I've got 4 fretboards.
That's pretty
2
cool.
of them stick out to either side.
And they're
And then
all
there's a lightsaber actually shoots out from the
they're all guitars.
Yes. Kachka is back, and she's very excited to be part of this new edition. She's taking Bobby Brown's spot and is looking forward to it greatly. Since she now actually, she was pitched as the healer in our previous foray into the sands of Athos, and
How'd that go?
not actually given any healing skills or capabilities of any sort. But
That was an oversight on my part.
through her transformation in 5e, she is now capable of actually providing some healing. So
Exactly. And now that
Kachka-
you're
step right
Kachka
up, boys.
Kachka is female, but non-Thrycreens cannot tell the difference between.
And sometimes she talks like this, but not very often.
And that's racist, Jason.
Because it
All
hurts.
Korean look alike. So you, Carlos, Regdar, and Kachka are walking away from House Sham, which you'll remember was your employer for your previous adventure.
And to the pub.
And to the pub, your favorite pub, the Ickard Carapace. When you notice...
Is it chitinous?
It's Chitinous Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't order the tacos.
As you're walking down the street, you notice a rather large half giant, kind of eyeing you.
He's not that large.
And he walks up to you, and he says,
You 3.
Yes, giant fellow. Who are you?
I
are.
saw you come from House Sham. I am looking for someone who I heard may have departed the city in the last few weeks in the company of a motley crew such as yourself. His
We're
name-
more of a loose confederation than a motley crew. But tell us, what was his name?
His name was Eglath.
Is that
Oh,
is that
He
familiar?
was my brother!
Is that? I don't. Do you guys recall an Eglath? I don't. So
No.
much happened.
Nope.
I mean, it feels.
We
feels
go through
like-
so many adventurers.
It was just yesterday, but it feels like it was so very.
Guys,
very
he
long.
That was
means-
like 3 tanks ago.
He means pancakes. He means pancakes. Remember
Oh,
pancakes?
pancakes!
Oh, that guy.
He
Was
died
he that
as
guy
he
that
lived.
died embarrassingly, like really early on?
He died as he
Yeah.
lived.
We were
Dying.
really sad when he died. He
That's why I
died. He
don't
died out
remember
in the
him.
desert next to a giant sandstorm.
My
But he-
brother is dead?
He fought
Sandstorm.
courageously, but not really smartly, but courageously.
Courageously, yeah. I wasn't there when he died because I was kind of running off like in the sand. But
when you're in Carlos's party and you get told you don't fight smartly, you've got some real problems.
I'm just saying, I'm still here.
This is tragic news.
It is. I'm sorry.
Wow, I hope to perhaps revenge myself upon the sandstorm.
Well, we loved Eglath, and we were sorry. We could always use a half giant in our adventuring party.
Sidebar.
Yeah,
as it happens.
Yep.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, Regdar.
I mean, you think do we give him like Eglath's share? I don't. I mean, I always plan to get
No.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
I mean,
No, we gave that to
I don't
Asteron, and then he died, and then we gave it to that other guy, and he left.
He doesn't even need burial costs. He got tossed in the sandstorm or something, didn't he?
I'm new to this. I don't know what. All right. Okay, I'm good.
He's big. He's a big guy. He's a barbarian.
What did you say your name
fighter,
was, Eglath, brother?
My name is Umlal.
Omelets!
Oh no!
Yay, omelets!
And he threw the lol in there too. That's awful.
You're welcome to join us, Omlal.
Effing awful.
Yeah, we were.
If you wanted to ensure you were going to die soon, that's probably the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to kill you myself before we leave
Could have
town.
been worse. He could have made his name Catlol.
Well, we were on our way to the tavern. Perhaps we could raise a glass in honor of your fallen brother.
That would be
Perhaps you could buy
honorable.
us some ale as an introduction.
I am a little short on funds.
About that.
Which is good news. Good news for the whole, the whole adventuring prospects. I'm very excited to be back on the payroll.
Sure.
I've got experience. I have a resume if you'd like to see it.
We need some killers on the payroll.
Oh, I don't kill. I'm strictly a gardener.
Oh, well, you're out.
Well, yeah.
That's kind of all we do.
Yeah, we were pretty much.
I kill weeds or fungi.
You guys make your way to whatever I said this place was called.
The Ichard Carapace. Yes.
Yeah, hard to forget, Scott. I don't know.
I have a lot going on here. There's only one of me.
Try 2 DMs. It makes things a lot better.
Yeah, sure.
Only I could clone myself.
Twice as good.
Bad turn.
You make yourself to the Icarus carapace, or the Ichard carapace. There you go. You find your traditional table where you sit down and you order a round of fermented kank blood, as you do here on Athos, and you're having a good old time talking.
This is the place with the crickets on the table in the little bucket, right?
That's right.
You eat the insides and you throw the shells on the floor.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's why you keep coming back.
Free crickets. All the crickets you can eat.
I would think,
but they make you
disturb
so
Kachka.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I require 4 times the normal food of somebody, so I eat a lot of crickets.
He just takes the bowl and just puts it in front of himself.
That's a lot of crickets.
So you're like a half giant?
Oh yeah.
How many crickets would a whole giant eat?
Which half?
I eat half as much as a full giant, but 4 times as many as one of you smaller creatures.
Okay.
A lot of math.
I can't. Yeah, you got to solve for X.
D&D always has too much math in it. That's how I feel.
So as you're discussing how many crickets a half giant can eat,
if a half giant could eat crickets.
That's right. You are startled by a thud on your table.
Oh, the
cricket.
A dead giant insect that lands on your table.
I did not order this.
And you hear
Mother!
You hear a voice say, a voice whispers in Carlos's ear, actually. Have you ever seen one of these?
I don't know.
Do you know this guy?
This happens to me all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have.
You have not.
I have. I definitely haven't.
You look up and you see a cloaked elf, accompanied by a half elf, and he says, "It's called a Shakot beetle. I don't want to raise my voice. Maybe join you."
What exactly are you selling?
Are you
Because
buying?
We don't really want any.
Well, I was told that you are a group of adventurers called Eglath's Angels.
Yes. Indeed.
No, that is not us. That is
totally our name.
Yes, that is a good name. A good honorable name.
That's us.
As was ended the last episode, you declared that you shall be known as Eglath's
Well,
Angels.
I did, but yes.
Hey, Carlos speaks for the group.
Who decided that?
I don't know. Nobody
Check
else
the
said
tape.
anything.
Check the bylaws.
So are you going to let them join you? This elf and half elf.
Sure, they're welcome to come and buy us a drink.
Excellent. So
Sit right here in my lap.
my name is Maskarek, and this is,
My name is Scale.
Ooh.
and we are members of a group you may or may not have heard of. We're called the Veiled Alliance. Keep it down.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of you.
Okay.
Tell me more.
We are quite concerned.
Could I get your names again? What was that? Scale and
Scale and Maskarek.
all right.
Mascara and Gale. Yeah.
I do this thing where I write down people's names. It's like a mnemonic device for me. Don't worry about it.
Makes sense. I won't worry
Yeah.
about you. We've been watching you.
Whoa,
Oh,
Great
oh.
dog.
not creepy at
Well,
all.
then you know that he's
But
totally
were you
a
like
normal
following
guy.
us all through the face in the stone? You guys could have helped out and stuff.
No, well, we heard that you were very successful in the Face of the Stone, and we require hardy and hale adventurers to help find out where these beetles come from. So these beetles are being used by a number of nefarious organizations. What happens is that they put one of these beetles on you, it burrows under your skin, and then you are no longer able to use any of your magical abilities or psychic abilities if you have them. And you also become extremely susceptible to suggestion. And so unscrupulous slavers have been using them to take over people and enslave them. And as you know, thanks to recent turns of events here in Tyr, slavery has been outlawed here. So, but we've had reports of fellow Veiled Alliance members and other people being taken from the streets. And we need to stop this scourge before it gets any worse.
Other Veiled Alliance members, you say? Could you name some of them? Maybe give me an org chart, a list of agents, anything like that. That'd just be really helpful for me to understand what's going on with this whole situation.
The Veiled Alliance operates in a cell structure, so I only know 3 Veiled Alliance
Interesting.
members.
Okay. So, and those would be you,
Yes,
your friend Scale,
that is correct.
and one other.
Yes, there's one other.
There's always so much math in Dungeons and Dragons.
We do. There is one other person.
That's more
but
counting, Tony.
I'm not at liberty to discuss there.
Is it me?
It is not you.
Just checking.
And so assassins and slavers and even accursed Templars are using these things.
Accursed Templars. That's
Yeah, those guys that's the worst band
that
I've
is-
heard so
that
far.
is- yeah.
Strong
In
words.
Tyr, you
Any
said.
other kind of Templar.
There are very few. And so, we think that you would make good alliance operatives. And Scale is going to join your active. If you have any questions, Scale can always find another Veiled Alliance. We do have interested details. If you're not interested, and who is Lord of all will be upset because he'll have to come up with a new adventure.
Could you?
What's in it for us?
Yeah. Could you describe this beetle? How big is? What's the physical appearance of this beetle that just got slapped down on a table?
Sure. So it's about the size of
What's he doing?
a dinner plate. So,
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
it's and it looks very much like this. You've never seen anything like this. It's got the 2 yellow eyes. It's got this pointy kind of proboscis.
Wait, the
And-
thing the size of a dinner plate burrows under your skin?
Yeah, like your back or what?
It is an unpleasant thing to see. You can see why we want to stop this
Yeah.
insanity.
almost
Suddenly,
like-
everybody's on board.
Yeah, everyone's gonna end up looking like a Ninja Turtle if they burrow in your back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, if
Or Tron?
if just the good of Athos, it does not motivate you,
It does not.
I'm willing to offer you each, other than Scale, because she will do this out of the goodness of her heart.
Sucker.
You're getting paid. You're good and paid.
She gets paid
on the
scale.
side, yeah.
So
That's right.
Oh.
300 gold pieces each.
Each.
Which is a lot of money.
That is more money than I have ever seen in my entire life.
And since I am a member of the Veiled Alliance, I have access to certain magical items that perhaps may be helpful to you after this adventure is complete.
I have a question. Will I have the opportunity to run at things and hit them with a hammer?
I think that almost assuredly you will have that opportunity.
Well, then I'm in.
Excellent.
That's all I need to know.
The second question: will I have the opportunity to run at things and hit them with this giant sword I'm carrying? Check.
Also,
Hey, man, that's my thing. Come on.
No, yours is a hammer. Mine's a sword.
Okay. All right.
It's still awkward. Could you guys diversify a little? It's like,
run near things
Will there be
and then
any
hit them with the
leaping
sword.
involved in this adventure?
There will be
Like
much
a
leaping, running, and hitting. I think most assuredly will all be components.
and tell me
Those
how
are our
much
things,
pottery,
guys.
How much pottery can we expect?
No. I have heard that these beetles are shipped in baskets.
Ooh, pottery basket.
You
Are the baskets inside pottery?
You said the B word. That's
If you're interested, I have some more details that may include pottery.
Why would you not open with that?
Well, that's a good question. I've been working on my sales techniques. Always open with pottery. So we have a tip that this house Amkrek, which is a trading house and one of House Sham's rivals, is somehow involved in this trade. And they have a caravan that is leaving here tomorrow and going to Uruk, which is another city-state. And we would like you to sign on to this caravan as guards and see if you could figure out if this caravan is being used to transport the beetles, if they're picking up beetles. We've just heard whispers that they may be involved, but we're not sure how or if they are. And once you get to Uruk, you can Scale will be able to find another Veiled Alliance member who can contact me.
I don't know, guys. Tracking the beetles sounds like a hard day's night. No one. No Beatles fans in Dark Sun.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not there.
I thought the audio dropped out, but it was just stunned silence.
It was just my will to live.
Help.
Oh dear.
Well, I for one am up for Magical Mystery Tour, so let's do it.
Oh, that's what a joke sounds like. That was good.
All the pacing and rhythm of an actual joke. The service I provide.
All right, so now this caravan is known as the Red Obelisk Caravan. And,
No, not obelisks.
We think there may even be a shipment of live beetles.
Quiet, you weren't there.
In the goods, possibly in. They are shipping pottery, so there could be they could be hidden pottery. I don't know. I have little details about the actual caravan.
I feel like we could use one more person to help us out on this adventure. Does anyone else just feel like, it's better to, have a certain number
What do you
before you
think,
leave here?
Like 6? How about
Yeah,
6?
I like 6.
6.
Five is hard. 5, it's like an odd number. I
feel like
Not lucky.
you may meet another person if you decide correctly.
Also, Carlos is 6. Sounds way better than Carlos is 5. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Also, once Umlal dies, we'll need 5. So
I'll have you know I'm impervious to death.
good. I'm looking forward to it.
I know another guy who said that like 3 times.
Do you have another brother, by the way?
Oh, I have many brothers. I'm from an entire tribe.
This is like Sausage Man.
Whoa.
And
That is offensive.
Bacon,
What's going on?
Bacon X. All right.
French toasty.
So I am a busy, important man. So are you signing on?
We're in.
Or you wouldn't be here.
We are in.
All right,
we're
good.
This sounds great. We kind of may have already spent all our money from the last job, right? I haven't really been keeping track.
I haven't been keeping track either. So
we got some money saved away.
if you don't know. And now this is me to be speaking as the DM. If you would like to spend said money, now would be a good opportunity after this character leaves the inn to spend some money. And then we will quickly meet Erica. So Erica, do not despair.
Before we get to me, though, I wouldn't mind a description of Scale, our newest character.
Oh yeah.
Scale.
Well, I am Scale. I really don't talk much about what I do, though I wear a large cape and hood and seem a little bit untrustworthy of everyone in general.
Oh,
And I do some sort of strange sniffing thing when I'm close to everyone. for some reason.
People love that.
That it's hip and not creepy.
And Scale, are you are the elf or the half elf?
I am a half elf.
Okay.
I
Sniffing his
love
hand.
this pheromone thing I do once every couple of hours.
Yeah. She's staying further away from you though.
Some bug
She doesn't
issues.
need to
Principle for
sniff that
Kafka, it's a good
closely.
for Steve. Really goes both ways.
All right, so he gives you directions on how to find House Amkech, which I cannot pronounce, so it will sound different every time I say it. And he says, so the caravan's leaving tomorrow morning, so you should head over there sometime. We'll say it's noon now, before tomorrow morning to see if you could sign on as guards. Now, you don't necessarily have to be guards. I just want you to be in the caravan, so whatever it takes to get on the caravan, you can do. I don't care.
Being guards is probably like the best way to get paid for being on the caravan, as opposed to say paying to be on the caravan, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I'm a talented chef.
Oh, eggs are your specialty.
That is offensive.
And now,
You
if
have
any of
times it was so
your
touchy.
any characters who have money would like to buy anything quickly, you can, or it's up to you to do whatever you'd like to do now.
I would like to buy some ale, damn it. We just got back from the Face in the Stone and we haven't had time to get drunk yet.
Okay. Well, you now have some ale.
All right. I'm walking through the streets now with a large beetle-shaped glass.
Tyr does have
in a
no
paperback.
open
In a-
containers
in a-
law.
things
This
have
ain't
really
Vegas.
yeah. Things have really fallen down since Calic disappeared. This kind of public drunkenness wouldn't have happened in the old days. That's all I'm saying.
Just don't accidentally drink from the wrong beetle, okay?
Oh, dear. Now, for people who are maybe new to Dark Sun, Calic was the former Sorcerer King of Tyr. Tyr is now a free city, the only free city.
Maybe.
The only free city
Allegedly
on
free.
Athos.
Free-ish.
And slaves have been freed of their bonds of servitude.
Very disruptive to the economy.
And there are some people who think this perhaps is not the right choice.
It's a transitional phase. I'm sure things will be back to normal in no time.
So there you go. So what are you guys doing? You've got ale, and that's all I know.
Carlos, you are our de facto leader
I
slash
just let
accountant.
me at him. I don't know. I know we
Is
got
Carlos
some gold.
running toward the caravan?
I
Yeah,
know.
he's just going to start running.
we got.
I
some,
mean,
He does. That's his
On the-
leader style.
On the plus side, if we're about to sign on with a caravan, we don't need to secure much in terms of lodgings. It might be good to buy. I mean, I think we'll get fed if we're traveling with the caravan, but it might not be a bad idea to,
Skins.
get some food and water, some rations, just in case something horrible was to happen and we're separated from the caravan in the middle of the desert, weeks from anywhere.
I agree.
Does it
and-
bring your
What are the chances of that happening?
and we should
caravan
bring
situation?
our standard refill our standard equipment packs as well. So we
Yeah.
our
Also,
usual-
we should not go to the area of town where we rented those animals that we never returned.
I really
so-
want a hot dog, but I'm not going to go to the hot dog stand.
Yeah, we can't go to one section of Tyr
They're clearing
anymore.
the bazaar.
So there's
So-
good news, which is I am good at finding food and fresh water for me and up to 5 others per day, assuming its land supports it, which it probably doesn't because it's the desert.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, have you looked outside?
That's
like
a
in
useful
this
skill
city,
here.
You guys all eat sand, right?
Now you know
No.
that the journey from Tyr to Uruk will probably take about 8 or 9 days
in real time.
in real time. Solid 18-hour shifts.
Some desert bus action happening here. Yeah.
So
I'm
Longest
out.
adventure ever.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up some flour, a little bag of flour, salt, some knitting materials, rope, 2 water
Oh, rope.
skins,
oh,
2 weeks of rations, and some gloves.
you
Look at
got them all.
Wow.
this person's so prepared.
Can I?
Someone's
Come
in their
on
home.
down.
I was unaware we were supposed to bring shopping lists.
Yeah, can I get what she got, because that was really smart.
Yes, you can all, and you all have adventurers kits, which include sundry items, including rope.
My only question.
Umlaw blows his 10 GP on just like a giant box of Junior Mints. Like that. Yeah, that's all I need. What are you guys talking about?
I think Carlos.
What? No gummy bears?
I think Carlos is pretty.
Gummy bears are very scary.
Carlos picked up some awesome armor and an awesome warhammer on the last adventure, so I think he's doing okay.
How long is the rope that we get in the basic kit thing?
As long as you want, and it can be
And it can be used for
50
anything.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
In
get
D&D
Use it as a
tradition,
bridge.
as long as you can argue it for it being.
I'll get 100-foot rope then.
All right.
Pick
So
blocks with it.
in D&D, all rope is 50 feet. So
Pro tip: you can tie 250 feet rope together to make a 100.
there you go.
Perfect.
I'm just saying.
That's the one thing you cannot do with rope is tie.
Yeah.
Well,
What would that
not
even look
possible.
like? I don't understand.
I can't picture
Oh,
I
it.
mean,
it's
yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
rope is sentient. It's not going to let you just tie it to another piece of rope.
All right. So now you have gotten some supplies. Is there anything else anyone wants before anything else?
More ale.
More.
I'm gonna buy that liquid of beetle keep awayer.
Well, what? That's a thing.
You mean insect repellent, but Kochka does not
That's
approve
it,
of
that's
that.
It. It's called raid.
Kochka is not an insect.
It's just a little vial of distilled Yoko Ono, but it does attract certain people.
Oh
Dear.
no.
I'm also a little worried that Kachka is not going to be in shape to be a guard, so he secretly switched his kank blood for unfermented kank blood. Let's see if he notices the difference.
Dear. All right, I have misplaced the sheet I need. So now keep in mind that so it sounds like you need to do some investigation. So you may want to look into the history of House Amarak, which is the trading house. Now, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that's something that an investigator might want to do. But I leave it up to you guys if you want
guys,
to do that or not.
I don't do investigation. It's on my list of
Regdar.
things I don't do. Also, Windows.
Sure, let's find out a little bit about the house of Amarak.
Well, funny you should ask. Now, does anyone have no? You
Nope.
don't have history or
I am great at history.
Well, let's give a roll. Let's roll.
Woo,
Okay.
rolling!
And I believe because
And
I
Tony.
am so
First
great.
roll of the game is a history roll. Just
That's
get
That's
that down.
right.
Guys, it's not adventure if you're not rolling history.
That's right.
Um,
Lest
also-
we forget.
Regdar doesn't like to brag, but he's great at history. When he's talking about the history of Tyr,
Mhm.
such that he gets advantage on rolls related to things in Tyr, right?
That is true.
When
Is
I was a
that-
child, I always dreamed that someday my adult life would include rolling dice to come up with imaginary history for things. That's
We've
Boy,
come to
great
the right
that it's
place.
those are some
future is
strong words for someone playing D&D on the internet.
it's great.
Powerful words.
I am learning how to use Roll20. I am going to type several things that are not.
Roll 2d20 KH1.
Or you could just roll 2 actual d20s.
I rolled
Look at
an
that.
18 and a 7. Scott, do you want to remind people what advantage is in 5th edition? What
Yes,
that means?
advantage. Tony just used advantage, which means he rolls 2d20 and takes the higher result.
Advantage is good.
Advantage is good. The opposite of advantage is disadvantage.
Also called anti-vantage.
On Athos, yes. So with an 18, that's a good a roll. So you know that this house is fairly recent. It was founded about 8 years ago by a human trader named Marius Amtek. He was an employee of House Innick, and he served skillfully and loyally. But he was also an adventurer of some note. And rumors persist that the capital he used to start his business was recovered from some ancient ruin in the Tablelands. He speaks little of his days with the former trading house or any adventures he may have had. Now you would know, this is you're thinking back to Regdar has a certain knowledge of the city, so he knows that there was some when the house Amtek, which is a trading house, came into Tyr, the other houses which were trading at the time did not want another competitor, so there was a lot of fighting between them, and they wanted to crush this small upstart. But Marius was able to corner the market on grain for a brief time, and so it has been a great boon for him. So he was able to push off his allies and continue to trade. And it's a small house, so he usually only has 1 or 2 caravans going, and he often rents space on those caravans to other houses to use.
How's this guy's name spelled?
It is spelled Marius.
Oh, that's not the one I was
Amketch is his last name.
Amketch?
Amketch. Sure.
Okay.
It'll sound something like that when I say it. There you go. He has 2 armored caravans that he uses a lot. And with an 18, you would know that for some reason, all the other houses rent space on his caravans when they're going out because caravans are a finite resource. But House Sham, which was your former employer, never has used his services.
Maybe we could come over and chat with our friend Sham and find out why that is.
Sure. You remember the way to House Sham if you like.
Is anybody else interested in that?
You were just there.
I will join you.
All right.
3 green.
All right,
Yeah,
so you
sure.
go to House Sham. You remember it's a large warehouse. There's a dwarf, same dwarf, at the desk at the warehouse, and he's writing on a ledger, busy doing whatever.
Hey, buddy.
And he looks up and he's like, you're back, and you've got a very large friend.
Hello.
Hello. What do you want? We paid you in full. House Sham is not interested in any making any mistakes or any enemies. So, what do you want?
Is Dellum still in? Could we have a quick word with Dellum?
Well, sure. He will talk to you, I'm sure, because you helpfully saved our other caravan. You wait here a second. He runs off into the warehouse, and after about a minute or two, Dellum comes out, and he says, "Kachka, I didn't think I'd see you so soon.
Hey, Dellum, how are you?
Has it been, 2 hours since you were here last?"
It feels like months.
It has been at least 3 glasses of kank blood.
Goodness. And you are? He looks up.
I am Omlal. I seek revenge.
I never met you, so
Once the laughter stops, he looks up again.
back up.
Not on you, just in general.
You noticed several guards had reached for their weapons, but now they've relaxed. So what can I do for you, Ketchka? And whatever this guy's name is, Omlal.
But we're wondering what you know about this Marius Amketch character.
Oh, that guy. He has been a thorn in my side for these 8 years. I don't know if you're a business insect or not, but in the business world, there are certain traditions that one must follow and regulations. They're not written down regulations, but you know them in your heart.
Sure.
And Marius he screwed everyone over. He came into an already crowded marketplace. I don't think I'm the only one who would say that. And threw it all out of whack. He even was going to charge me a 20% premium on grain shipping. And I don't know how you keep your ledger, Ketchka, but that's not floating for me.
It's not so much how I keep it as where I keep it that concerns people.
And then he had the temerity to say, I'm selling out extra space on my caravans for you if you would like to use it. I'm not giving him any of my money ever.
So
And I would recommend you not have any dealings with him. House Sham is a noble house. And I have enough trouble now with all these slaves being free. I have to pay my workers now.
Well, do you feel as though he's an untrustworthy sort, or do you just not like his business practices?
Well, how would you like it if someone came into your house, took your silverware,
I'm listening,
which is not made of silver here in Athos, and then tried to sell it back to you at 10% markup? How would you feel, Ketchka? Tell me, how would you feel?
Well, sir, I wouldn't like it.
Well, I didn't like it either. That guy is dead to me.
What is silverware?
It's like boneware, but shiny.
It's exactly.
Hey,
I
now.
eat everything with my hands.
Well, imagine if your hands were made of silver.
What?
Whoa.
This is madness.
Whoa.
Have you ever looked at your silver hands?
No more kank blood for that man.
I mean, on a personal level, I have not had many dealings with him. I just don't care for the way he takes care of his business.
All right. Well, thank you. You've been very helpful. Anybody else have any questions for Dellum?
There are only 2 of you there.
Oh, that's right.
I reach down and pat him on the head.
I see the half giant. He looks like two people. So,
But only half a giant.
well, it's like 1.5 people.
Well, if you gentlemen,
that's,
if that's all you have, or ladies, it's unclear. If let me know, you're always welcome here at House Sham. I really appreciate all the work that you did. And he says, "Oh, I forgot to give you this," and he hands you a little token. He actually hands you 3 of them, or how many of them? How many of there were you? However many of you there were when last we played. 5, I think there were of you. 5 tokens, and this he says this will give you a free ride on any House Sham caravan to any destination of your choice.
Nice. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Remember, for all your shipping needs, House Sham.
Sham.
Right.
We
Not Amcatch.
Not Amcatch. Those guys are the worst.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna go get a job with Amcatch now. So
What? He was just drinking a glass of water, and now he's still a spit take.
Where did you get what?
But it's all surreptitious. It's all a plot. Don't worry.
Oh, well, that's better.
That's good.
he
'Cause
says
spit
from
takes
outside and across the quad.
spit takes are really expensive on Athos. What with the
They
whole
are.
water.
You see a dwarf licking up the water from the.
I'm thinking someone has to catch the spit take
It's-
in another
it's
glass.
precious.
They just reuse that.
So what are the rest of you doing? And Erica, you will be joining us soon. Don't worry.
Well, I guess
problem.
Carlos and Scale and I are hanging out in the streets of Tyr.
Tyr.
Carlos, does your tattoo itch? Mine does.
A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yes, and Carlos, Regdar, and Ketchka all have red lion tattoos. And if someone would like to make a history check,
All right. Do I have advantage on this? Because
you do not.
All right.
But you just need to get over a 10.
You know what? I forgot to add my history modifier to that last roll.
All right. Well, Regdar knows that the caravan is going to Uruk, and Uruk's symbol is a red lion.
Do I have any sense of how somebody with a red lion would be greeted in Uruk? Like high fives all around, or like thrown in the stocks?
Well, Uruk is what with a 25, you would know that Uruk is still has a sorcerer king, so slavery is still great.
Tell me more. Sounds good.
They love humans and hate almost every other race.
Not a problem for me.
It's gonna be fun.
Probably not great for anyone I know here.
I could
But
probably
I got a
pass.
tattoo,
I
so I'm
can pass.
golden, right?
That's right. They are highly militarized.
Give or
And
take.
they are well known for ringing the city. Are these verdant fields that are create a lot of food and the vast majority of food.
I mean,
actually,
Tyr
in
is
this
pretty
area.
great, but I've never looked around Tyr and been like, oh, if only there were less verdant fields here, right? I mean,
How do
that's
they
true.
manage these verdant fields? Is this a sorceress undertaking?
This is a dash of sorcery and a lot of non-human slaves.
that's how we like to do things here in Athos. A little bit of sorcery, a little bit of,
a little bit of slavery.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, usually a lot of that one.
So now you still don't know what these tattoos are. You remember that a Templar of Uruk, you could put 2 and 2 together, put them on your bodies. You don't know why. You don't know what they do. You don't know. You have no idea if it's some kind of tradition in the city. If they mean anything in the city, you don't know. But it would seem odd for it to be a boon, since they were put on you after you were defeated in a fight, and your unconscious bodies lay in the middle of the market.
They're not like consolation tattoos.
No, probably not, but they might be. You never know.
I assumed it was more of a taunt, like you fell asleep at the party and somebody got the Sharpie out and drew something untoward on your cheek.
That's kind of what it is.
Okay.
Scott, do we know what type of signs if someone's being controlled by a beetle, what kind of signs that they would project, what they would look like, or any type of clues that they're being controlled by a beetle?
Floppy haircut, funny accent.
That is an excellent question.
Wow.
You would know that they would be their eyes would be glazed. They would be highly suggestible. They wouldn't have any initiative of their own. They would kind of just look like they were out of it, kind of drugged.
I mean,
Scott, my new
my
character-
definition of the beetle stands.
My new
Might
character
start
sheet
playing
doesn't have any
sitars for no reason.
initiative on it. Am I controlled by a beetle right now?
None of you are currently controlled by beetles.
All right.
Here, pick up that
Regdar's-
coin I dropped.
Regdar's got that awesome
Yeah,
crown.
why
though.
wouldn't I?
Oh,
Free coin.
okay. There we go.
Uh-oh. And they burrow under the skin, so if you were to
Undress the person.
undress the person, you might see a lump shaped like a beetle.
The size of a dinner plate.
That's right.
I've had that experience.
It's a beetle eat beetle world out here in Athos. So now you guys have you talked to House Sham, a little bit about this other house. Now I assume that Amlal and Ketchka have caught up with Carlos and Scale and Regdar, and now you're going to
somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
Can we
Should
go
we mosey over to the
So we'll say now it's probably like 1:30.
file out
Oh, there you are.
a job application at the?
should we head over to the caravan district and see if we can sign on with House Amketch as temporary caravan people? I don't really know what I have to offer a caravan. So Carlos,
Pottery
I might
knowledge.
You're a pottery
Carlos-
expert. They're shipping pottery. Come on.
I mean I am a big pottery enthusiast and I don't know
It's
if a
more
caravan
academic
has ever
knowledge, really.
Yeah, like I'm usually where the caravan is leaving from or going to. I don't think they usually need
Well, now you can be at both.
Yeah, but I don't think they usually need the pottery knowledge like on the caravan. I don't know. Carlos, I'll probably just stand like behind you
Yeah.
and make growling noises so they think I'm tough.
Okay.
Now, as you find the Amketch enclosure on the outskirts of Tur along the dusty tradeway, it consists of several warehouses and barracks joined by a common wall. Large livestock pens flank the enclosure, and you can make out the hulking shape of an armored caravan wagon, which I will show you, within the courtyard. A banner with 3 gold coins on red silk flies proudly above the building. Silent mulls in lacquered armor guard the gate, and you notice an elf standing outside the gate, who may or may not be someone you should talk to.
Let's talk
May
to
or
that
may
elf.
not. Do they have an exclamation point over their head?
Somebody please roll to understand normal social context.
I would like to talk to that. Well,
I-
I'm intrigued by these silent moles, but I would like to talk to the person.
Yeah, are these like Buckingham Palace guards where they can't react if you poke them with a stick?
Yeah,
or
why don't
something?
you
You
find
should
out?
try poking them with a stick.
That was the story of Casca getting punched in the face.
Repeatedly.
Just another
So,
day in the life.
Carlos, you go up to this elf and say,
Hey,
Do I know this elf?
fair enough.
Hey.
And the elf says,
Hey.
You don't understand. That's Carlos's famous catchphrase.
I am-
Everybody knows
I
when
am
somebody walks up and
Carlos.
says, "Hey, it's Carlos."
I am Carlos. I am a mole. I am here with my group of adventurers, Eglath's Angels.
I'm sorry,
What?
Jason.
Who are
Do you start
you?
every conversation with "I am Jason, a human"?
Jason, I just
Only when he's talking to non-humans.
I just figured you forgot to upgrade to a level 3 greeting because you're still
Did I mention that Carlos has 10 intelligence
That's average.
and 8 charisma?
Oh, that's below
Oh,
average.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Regdar
Role
Regdar
playing,
knows that
folks.
feels.
Role playing. Maybe Rigdar can bail me out here.
Oh yeah, I have 8 charisma too. Let me in here.
Oh no, don't no.
Jesus, guys, I got
No.
11 charisma. The half.
Okay,
has
okay.
more
I'll
charisma than
I'll
you
go
guys.
up. I'll go up.
I have a
Help me
26 in
out here.
pottery.
Carlos turns around to the
26 in pottery.
Carlos turns
I
around to
say-
the others and is like, "Hell, I don't know. Elves?
right, let's scale.
anybody do
I
elves here?
Hey, hail and
Whoa,
welcome.
whoa, hey now.
not
And
with
I
that
go up to her really, really,
And
and,
yes.
then I sniff next to her.
Yeah, we definitely set the right person in for that job.
This is great.
I apologize for the smelling. I don't know her. She's new. I'm just
New
out
to
here
what?
new to Eglath's
Interacting
Angels,
with
our new
people.
adventuring group that we have now. Did I mention I'm Carlos? I'm a mole. You can't tell by looking, but I am. I assure you.
Well, the character introduction.
Well, my last name
I'm
is
thinking
Elf said?
walking away at this
my
point.
last name is Dwarf, but it's a family name.
Well, Erica, you know that you, for your own reasons, want to to join this caravan, and just as a way of backstory, you were rejected because they're not looking to sign on just one person.
Oh.
Ah, okay. All right. In
we
that
can
case,
fulfill that need
Well,
because
hello.
we are multiple people.
I am the size of 2 men.
Wow,
and what are you guys doing here at the caravan? Are you looking for a job, perhaps?
Yeah, just totally looking for a job. Nothing else. Just jobbing, looking for a job.
Okay. Well,
Perfectly
Well-
normal. Perfectly normal job.
perhaps I should speak more slowly.
Good. Got it.
My name is Presta, and I would also like to travel with this caravan. However, they are not hiring single guides, which is what I am. I'm a guide. I'm one of the best guides around, and they didn't want me. So, if you would perhaps be interested in joining forces, I guess could possibly be the word, to to see if we could get a job. I could perhaps put in a good word for you guys.
We could really use a good word.
Well,
Really, any word would do.
You tell us if you think we need better relations with other people. We're really good at the work part. But if you could help us put in a word that communicates how awesome we are, that would probably help because you can see how terrible we are at that.
Frankly, I'm not the greatest at dealing with people either.
Oh,
However,
geez.
my reputation usually precedes me.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this time it's just
Oh,
didn't work out.
Perhaps this time your reputation follows you.
well, maybe they'll just be overwhelmed by our sheer numbers, and that'll impress them. Let's try that.
Excellent. You also have not
It may
asked
be.
this elf what her name is.
Oh no, she
I
said
explained
she's Presta. We didn't
All
need to
right.
ask.
Hey,
She said she's
Presta.
Presta.
Is this the
Presta
time?
Shabogan.
Is this the time where we run at things and hit them with our weapons?
Yes, I'm really.
If
waiting
you
for
do that to me, you will be sorry.
Oh, you seem cool.
Okay, great. So now you have. It seems like you have a plan to bring Presta with you into the compound.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just assuming, in the interests of moving things along.
Sure, join on in. We love more people.
Let's go into the compound and yes, we never.
All right.
Yeah,
I feel like
need
we
more
have the
people.
right number now. Definitely anyone else who wants
even
in,
numbers.
no,
Even
no
numbers
go.
are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get one more?
No,
No.
this is good.
Okay.
No. I mean, unless someone dies, in which case.
It'll be you, so don't worry
We still
about
have
it.
an even number.
So you attempt to walk into the compound, and one of the moles stops you and says, "State your business."
Carlos, you want to add? Never mind. I'm Regdar.
Okay.
We are offering our service as caravan assistants, guides, guards, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Guards.
Carlos
Okay.
winks at the mall.
Assistant caravans.
Carlos
To the
gives
caravan.
him the mall sign, the high sign of the malls.
He just gives you a look and doesn't say anything. So he turns
happens
back
to be
and
all the time.
yells for Bremen, and out comes a human who says, "So you want to sign on? Weren't you just here?" And he points to the elf.
I was, yes, and
The rest of her
I was
party has
told that
arrived.
You were not hiring just single guides or single guards, so
That's true.
I went
Although
and found a.
I have heard of your work, and
Oh.
it would be a wonderful addition. But I should warn you of the company you're keeping. We've heard, at least some of these people have worked for House Sham, and House Sham has a rocky relationship with our house. And I just have to be certain that they're not some kind of double agents.
I
We
guess our
strictly.
reputation
I am-
precedes
I-
us too.
I can swear to you that I have never worked for House Sham.
We did
I have-
one job for House Sham, but they paid us, and we're free agents. So if we do a job for you, then you're up on House Sham.
Well, we did hear that you did save that caravan.
We did. We're
So
that good?
That's us. We're caravan savers. That's what we do.
Caravans.
We could save your caravan.
And we
See,
well,
I found you
hopefully-
somebody perfect.
Hopefully, our caravan won't need saving, which is why we're hiring guards. So,
Indeed.
uh,
Indeed.
I will.
Maybe if you didn't have any guards, your caravan wouldn't get into trouble.
Nice
That's
caravan
what
you
House
got there.
Sham said about their caravan before they paid us to go save it.
Yep, it's a shame if
yeah.
something would happen to
There
it.
you go. All right. Well, I'll let you. You should. Is that a threat of some kind?
I'm just
He's
talking about
not good
Athos.
with words.
Well, provisionally, I think that you guys are on board, but you'll have to talk to Marius himself. He is a very hands-on owner. He likes to approve of everything. So go on in. You can't miss him. He's holding a book, and he's supervising in front of a warehouse.
Holding a book.
He's,
Yeah, can't miss him. Walk into the library. Damn
there he
it!
Hey, look, he's holding a book.
And his arm is strangely shaped.
Hey
and
guys,
sized.
is that a book? Is that what
I
books
wouldn't
are
know.
like?
Never learned to.
That is a book. Books
Yes.
are full of words, which are illegal.
Yes, little mole. That is a book.
But books are now legal.
He's not using it right though.
He is. He's
That's how you use a
supervising.
book. You clutch it.
There's a lot of action going on. He is using that book as kind of a ledger. He's consulting it, and he is very busy, so he doesn't look up. So it's up to you. Lots of activity. Does someone want to talk to him?
Yeah, don't let it be me, okay? Just
Hello there, sir. We're looking to sign on with your caravan here.
So you're seeking employment. He strides
That is
forward.
correct. Yes.
Very confidently. He has a big smile. He shakes your hand.
Which one?
He shakes the appropriate one.
Okay, good.
Ooh, nice save.
'Cause there are definitely a couple he should avoid at all costs.
He is. You know that he is familiar with your people's customs.
Wow,
Yes. He
that's
says,
that's infrequent.
Well, there you go. I'm Marius Amkech, the master of this house. I'm always looking for good help, and you've come at a good time. We have a caravan heading out to Urk tomorrow morning, and we're looking for fill out our guard roster. And you, certainly your large friend and this mole over here seem like good guard candidates. The elf, I've heard that you are my people tell me you're quite good at tracking, which is always useful in the caravan.
You've probably heard of me too. I'm Kachka, the bard. I'm sure you've probably heard of my.
I'm sure I would have.
Fitting his
But I've been very busy, not keeping up with my bard lore. But
And introducing Bard.
You be paying us for epically guarding your caravan because we are so epic.
Especially given the current stressful situation that you're in and how important it is that it be done right today.
That's right. Well, I am prepared to offer you 2 gold pieces a person per day, plus, and this is the good part, people, 10% cut of the caravan's profits.
See, guys, this is why you don't say the number first. You make them say it. I don't know if that's good though.
Could we be paid in teak?
Yes, in 5 days' time, I can give you teak.
Can we eat or drink teak? I don't
It
have
is a seller's market.
I don't have a lot of experience with teak. It just seems like
Green perhaps could eat some teak.
it seems like kind of volatile. Maybe we don't want all our money in teak.
We could name our price.
It's hard to carry.
I have a lot of my capital tied up in teak. Teak and pottery.
Oh,
You said
wow.
the magic word.
Is this a good is this a good price?
Oh, good question.
You would know that.
I'm asking out of character.
You would know. I figured that was out of character. You would know that the normal fee for an average guard would probably be like 20 silver, and no cut in the profits. So this is
Suspiciously high.
it's not suspiciously high. You know that this is
20
he
silver is
recognizes
pieces, right?
that you are very well equipped. I mean, level 3 adventurers, the guards on a caravan are not level 3 adventurers. So
What do you guys? You guys look about a level 3.
just in game mechanics. Sorry to break the illusion, Dan.
Whatever. The characters in order of the stick do it all the time.
There you go. So you guys are despite all signs to the contrary, very competent and powerful figures. So you would garner a premium, especially you, since you're an elf guide, which is very prized. You don't see any elves here. Let me just put it that way.
Did the presence of a bard bump the price up any?
I think that actually notched it down.
Exactly. It didn't detract anything.
We were going to get like 20% of the profits, and then there's like, oh, you got a bard.
And let me tell you something. This is
There's a lack of entertainment out on the desert sands at night.
Marius is talking now with that. So I think you consult anybody. That's a great offer. But I have plenty of guards that will just follow the order of Bezrak, who is the caravan master. I need you guys and gals to be proactive and really think ahead and provide a lot more protection to this. Danger can come from anywhere, and I need you guys with your wits about you to.
Danger is our business. We are here to help.
Danger is
This
our
is
middle
indeed-
name.
In fact, I have danger.
It's my middle
sense.
name. Did I
I
mention
can
that?
sense danger.
Do you sense any now?
No. Well, maybe a little.
Sometimes he causes
for
the
me.
danger, but we don't talk about that.
Well,
I
that's good.
sense it. Yes, a little danger. He's very.
He's a
small.
danger to himself and
I
others.
think we can all agree.
Mainly himself.
I am of
This is
average
an
height.
excellent
What are you
deal.
talking about?
Well, compared to Amwal and me, you're short.
Oh, and now I also particularly I'm interested and worried, as I said, about House Sham and their shipment of teak, and I feel like they're going to try and sabotage this caravan. So I want you to be sure to look out for any signs of sabotage or.
We will not only make sure that your caravan is safe, but that House Sham's attempts to sabotage it are a waste of money that will only further your caravan or your career, and things will be great. You can trust us. We'll be friends forever.
Wow, I was with you until that you could trust us part.
No, we're on the
Didn't say
legit.
the exact same
Okay.
thing to the House of Shah, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, great. Wait a second.
Teak in the Sahara
I do-
with you.
So
There's always
are,
singing.
are you going to take his
Seems like
Offer.
a good deal.
I'm good with it.
All right, so great. Well, it's great to have you aboard. I'm glad that you are now employees of House Amketch, although for tax purposes, you're consultants. And you should report back here tomorrow morning to.
Is it bring your own cank, or do we ride along with what you've got on your caravan?
Well, we provide the equipment.
Excellent.
So tomorrow morning,
I'd
report
rather
to
not ride anyway.
Bezrak, and he will decide if you're riding or walking.
I'm an elf. I walk.
Well, that is true. You will not be riding.
I'm too big for cakes.
I don't care if you walk or ride a keg.
I care.
I'm upper management. I hire people to make these decisions.
You can
for
tell
me.
from my book.
That's right. I have a book. So come back tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Will do.
And
All right.
he turns away from you.
Let's go get in a fight.
And there you go. So now, if you would like to do anything, nothing is going to happen until tomorrow morning. So if you would like to do anything in particular, you can.
I'm going to go shopping for some more stuff.
Okay.
Well, you already bought like 20 things.
You have
Yeah,
money.
I
You
have
can
some
buy
others.
whatever you want.
Okay, great.
Anybody else?
Did he pay us in advance?
He did not pay you in advance. You'll be paid upon successful completion.
Oh, otherwise it's like we should just go sign on with every caravan and then leave town.
Well, plus you're getting 10% of the profits, so he needs to sell all the stuff that's on the caravan in Uruk before you will get that 10%. So you'll be paid back. And also the triple bit take, you didn't ask us either, 9 to 10 days.
Tell us more
I
about
already-
the
I already-
basic questions we did not ask.
Yeah.
I'm just, you may want to know that. I don't know.
I knew that. I know how far away Uruk is.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
figure I knew that as well.
Yeah.
Been there. Done that. Yeah, I got nothing specific to do. I'll
Nope.
just say thanks, folks, for making it possible, and I'll meet you here tomorrow morning.
Have another pint at the pub and then retire somewhere for the evening, and then
Yeah. Now, as you guys might know, the money in Dark Sun does tend to be city-state specific. So probably we either have to convert this to Uruk bucks, or we should just spend it all here.
That is true.
What is the conversion rate?
Well, it depends on market forces.
Oh, tell me more. I'm very
Wow.
interested.
Wow, I did not know there was going to be so much
This is-
economics in this.
Welcome to my adventure.
The Thrycreen and I have one wish before we die. And it may seem strange. No, sorry.
It is.
More
I will
police
say
songs.
it's
There's
as
gotta be
close to 1-to-1 as possible,
Nice.
just to make it easy. But that assumes that you will make it to Uruk.
singing. What? All right,
I
let's sleep for the night and then start our new
You-
job.
you-
That's totally a fake.
You return to the Amketch post in the cool pre-dawn darkness. Dozens of lamps and torches burn in the courtyard, where the great Argosy, which is this big caravan, which I'll show you. Boop.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a kitty.
Ah,
There are no kitties in this picture.
Kitty Kachka.
That's another
Uh,
5e skill I've learned. Morphing into a small cat.
Well, it happens.
It's really not that useful.
Not unless you have to poop.
All right, so it's being loaded, and the caravan guards are mustering.
I'm being loaded.
Oh boy, mustering for duty. Animal handlers are leading the colossal melcoliths, which are these giant beetles, to their traces, and workers are loading sacks of grain in the cavernous cargo bay, also pottery. And carpenters are performing last-minute repairs to the wagon. Off to one side, a towering half-giant consults a parchment and bellows, "Guards, muster over here! Guards, muster! Come on, you lazy ranks!"
mustard? What is mustard?
I like hot dogs.
Slightly
I'm gonna
offended.
sort of surreptitiously wander up the line and see if I can find any sort of
Almost picked up 2 hot
Rules
dogs
are-
for breakfast.
in evidence.
You are looking.
I'm loading up the 2 glass vials, tinderbox candle, magnifying glass, mirror, crossbow bolts, and a torch that I stuck and trying to stuff them all in my backpack.
I was gonna say, how big is your cloak? Does it have like its pockets inside? That's pretty awesome.
Bigger on the inside.
Okay. So I'm assuming that you guys are gonna walk. What are you doing, Steve?
I'm investigating to see if there's any sign of these beetles anywhere in this caravan.
People are not letting you onto the caravan. They're saying, "Well, are you here for guard duty? You have to go talk to Holtet Fenn, who is the half giant who is yelling for guards to muster."
All right, we can't see any of the cargo that's being loaded on or anything at this point.
Yeah, you can see they're loading teak and boxes of grain. Not boxes. You don't put grain in boxes. Bags of grain.
These guys do not know what they're doing.
They're very young.
They're all
We are in trouble.
It's minute rice. It comes in a box.
Books.
They're also rolling. You would notice these very large containers full of water into the caravan.
What are the containers made out of?
They are made out of kank hide. And you could see that there are 3 people up kind of on the bridge. There's like this window you can see in the caravan, and they seem to be, holding their hands to their heads and looking at the beetles as they're being hooked into the contraption. It seems as though they're concentrating very hard. And you would know, as you all live in Athos, that these probably are the animal handlers who will be driving the caravan, and they're using psychic powers to control the beetles.
All right, well, come on, guys. Let's not dawdle. I think we need to check in over here.
How
Whatever
many
you say.
beetles?
They're the 2 mechaliths, which are those giant bugs in front of the caravan, are giant beetles.
Cool.
Much larger than the beetles you're looking for.
I hope those don't crawl under my skin.
They're like the size of a large car.
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess I make my way over to the guard muster point.
Perhaps we should all do that.
All right, so the half giant towers above you, everyone other than Almal, and noting your names, he looks at Almal and nods. He studies your face and says, "Good to have you with us." It says here, it doesn't sound like he really means it. I am Holtet
It is
Fenn.
great to be here. I mean it.
I am Holtet Fenn, and you work for me. I say jump, you say
Jump.
no.
How?
Yes, there we go. I like you too. I catch you slacking off, and I'll fire you on the spot. and I don't care how close we are to the closest oasis. You can walk home. And if you
That's
get
only fair.
I agree. If I get any attitude from any of you, and he smiles and flexes his large half-giant fist, I think you'll regret it. Just do what you're paid to do, and we'll get along fine. He kneels down, and he shows you a charcoal sketch of the caravan, which I don't think I uploaded.
Lovely.
I did.
He has a charcoal sketch of the caravan.
He does. He's it's crude, with marked locations for outriders and foot patrols. He says we've got 3 patrols of outriders and 3 patrols of footmen. By day, 2 outrider patrols scout ahead, while 1 rests, and 1 foot patrol keeps watch while the others rest in the wagon. At night, it's reversed. You all came in together, so I'll put you in 1 foot squad. No one is riding. You get to march this morning, rest in the afternoon, and stand the second watch in camp tonight. Any questions?
Nope, sounds good.
I feel like I'm more of a middle manager. If there's any kind of options for that.
Middle management. That's an interesting concept.
I could be like your go-to guy for, relaying orders to the outriders. I heard that's a word that you used.
Good one, Eglath. Good one.
I'm very observant. I know the history of the area. I'm sure that maybe pottery knowledge could somehow play into effect here.
I'm gonna stop you right there and say I would categorize this as attitude.
Well, attitude is what you want in your middle managers, right?
I'm not looking for middle managers. I am looking for people who can walk along the caravan and make sure no one dies. Can you do that, or can you not?
He is a great walker. I've seen him walk, and he in the sand, and he does a great job.
His swimming's not so good.
Well, there's not a lot of water to be had, so that should not be a problem. Just don't go into the large 50-gallon drums, and you'll be fine.
He's immediately going to fall into the 50-gallon drums.
So now you've got your marching orders, literally. He also tells you that, because I'm sure you would ask, that the caravan covers about 18 miles a day, and on the road, and 9 miles in the desert. And so as you are leaving Tyr, unless there's anything else you want to do, the wagons are all packed up. You're given your marching order, so you are marching out as foot patrols on the first leg of the journey. Is there any questions you would like to ask Holtet?
So we're the G's basically in this diagram I'm looking at.
Yes, you are the G's.
We are the G's. We're G-men.
Original G.
Original G-man. Mm-hmm. So, as the sun rises, the chaos of the scene rapidly diminishes. Almost before you know it, the doors of the caravan bays are winched closed and secured, and you're mustered into a cordon of 10 guards on foot, and the Kank-mounted outriders lead the way into the desert. One of your fellow guards points out at the caravan master, who's a lean human trader named Bezrak. He glances over the wagon and the guards, including you, and gives the sign to move forward. The first hour or so of your march is uneventful, as the spires and towers of Tyr fade into the haze behind you. Then you're overtaken by a patrol of Templars, riding Crodloos. The chief Templar orders the wagon to halt and asks to speak to the manager. The master. Can I see the manager of this caravan?
Hey, Regdar's here. You can manage.
I gotta talk to my manager.
He's only middle management, though.
Now you'll notice Regdar left just as these Templars were arriving.
That's strange. Where is he? He's around here somewhere.
Does he have Expeditious Retreat as a skill still, or is that no longer a 5e thing?
That is not a 5e thing. So these 2 Templars are riding Crodloos. Crodloos are basically war ostriches without feathers.
50 quad loose on the loser.
Not a pretty sight.
No.
Naked ostriches.
They say, now you would notice also as you were just about to leave the boundaries of the city-state of Tyr, and as you were packing up and seeing the caravan, you noticed that there didn't seem to be any slaves, because slavery is illegal in Tyr. But sharp-eyed people noticed that there were some collars and chains that looked as though they could be used for slaves, and that they were at the ready to be affixed to perhaps some personnel who were on the caravan already. And so the chief Templar, so these are 2 human Templars. They're in their Templar outfits. You all recognize them as Templars from Tyr. And he says, Bezra comes down from the caravan to meet the Templars. They're at the back there. And he says, he kind of sighs heavily, and he points at Almal and Carlos, and he says, "You two, come with me." And he walks off to meet the Templars. He doesn't look back, but he assumes that you two are following him. Are you following him?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so you follow him, and he says, "All right, you two, stand about 10 feet that way and look menacing."
Can do.
All right. And he walks.
Carlos runs straight at them.
He walks over to the Templars, and you hear the Chief Templar dismounts the Krotlu and says, "Routine customs inspection." And Bezrak draws him aside, and they start to whisper. So now, Amla and Carlos, would you like to? What do you do?
Can I try to eavesdrop?
Sure.
What
So
would that-
roll. What is this? Perception? Is perception a thing anymore in 5th edition?
Yep.
Yes,
There
it
it is.
is.
All right.
All right.
Roll
Perception.
that. I should get your character sheets in front of me.
A 10.
And an 8 for me.
And an 8. Well, you can hear. Luckily, you're not that far away. So you hear the Templar, the Bezrak, is saying, "We are on a tight schedule. What we need to, go as soon as we can. Maybe, perhaps, this donation to the Revolutionary Council of Tyr will clear up any unfiled paperwork that might have, resulted." And the Templar looks down and takes a sack from Bezrak and says, "This seems sufficient. I think that's the inspection. You passed inspection. Good luck."
Amla leans over to Carlos and says, "I have heard of this. It is called a bribe."
A bride? Is there a wedding to be had?
No, this is simple economics.
It all goes back to economics. And the Templars head off, and you hear one of the Templars turn around and say, "Next time you might want to hide the chains a little more," and leaves. Bezrak shakes his head, walks over, looks at you two, and says, "I don't like curious guards, and I don't like anyone eavesdropping."
I look menacing at him.
He is not menaced. Says, if you
I rolled
value,
I rolled an 8. I didn't hear nothing.
if you guys value your employment, you'll stay in line, be strong, and stay stupid. And he walks into the caravan. He
Well, that
yells,
should be doable.
No
yells
problem,
an order,
boss.
and the caravan goes out. The outriders sweep ahead. You guys walking along.
So what'd you guys learn?
Well, that was fun.
I think there's some shady business going on here.
Athens is not known for its shade.
All the more unusual.
So you're plodding along for a couple of hours, and all of you will give me perception checks.
Sure.
Like my Jedi mind trick here.
9.
All right, you don't notice anything.
7.
Carlos also does not notice anything.
I got a 17.
Oh, Ketchka and Scale.
Oh, I forgot to add my perception bonus. Okay, so that's 16.
14 for Regdar.
So anyone who got over a 15 notices far off in the desert. Now you're just about ending your shift. It's like, towards the end of your shift, maybe you have a few more minutes of guarding.
I was this close to retirement.
Your replacements are walking out of the caravan, and everyone who got over a 15 notices a glint of what seems to be metal in the distance out in the desert.
All right, let's. I'm going to alert the caravan master.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tell my people very discreetly.
Something out there.
So
Is he on the armored carrier?
he is.
Okay, I'm going to leap onto the armored carrier and tell the caravan master.
All right, so you see Ketchka from a non-running start does a
Discreet.
tremendous leap to the caravan. As,
It's that important.
Frickin' three crane.
Brezrak says, what do you want? Don't ever do that again.
We see the glint of metal in the distance.
All right.
Bugs
So you
caravan,
see-
man.
Brezrak takes this contraption that's like a tube. You've never seen it before. It's like a leather tube with some what seems to be clear, as if water were frozen and solid glass. It's a telescope. And so he looks through it.
Oh,
And he says, "Oh, it's just I don't know what that is. It's just some kind of metal thing, which normally I'd be interested in as a privateer, but we are on a tight schedule, so I can't look into it. But it's not a threat, so I don't care. But thank you for alerting me. As you were.
Okay.
huh.
So you would know that you also notice there seem to be some ruins that perhaps you've all been on this road before. The sands of Tyr shift. The sands of Athos shift a lot and reveal ruins from all the time. So you have been on this road before, but you never noticed these ruins before. So it's not unusual for him to say, especially since they have a schedule, that he doesn't want to investigate. He has not forbidden you from investigating if you want to.
Yeah, what do you think? We're off shift. We could pop over there.
Well,
Just take a walk.
are we continuing to walk? Is the second shift coming to walk along the caravan, or is this the end of the?
The second shift is walking along the caravan. Now the caravan is not going that quickly. It's a giant caravan. You could easily catch up with it if you were to go off and.
I think it's worth a peek.
Yeah, let's skitter over there and see what's.
I mean, it
I
could
agree.
be important information.
We could
that
run even.
Yeah,
Saunter. How about we saunter? I don't want to draw too much attention.
I will
Alright.
supervise your running.
Fair enough.
All right, so you guys walk over there. You see a column, like some ruins, some broken columns, and this. It looks like, well, you don't know what it is. It's some kind of metal object that's kind of poking up from the sand.
What kind of thing would tell us more about this object?
You could go in and look at it from this. How far away do you want to be from it is the question, and then I can tell you what you see.
How far away was it from the caravan again?
We'll say it was like maybe 300 feet.
Okay. I'll get within like, I don't know, 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see it looks like a part of maybe armor, a helmet, something. You're not quite sure.
Oh, well, then I'll go closer.
All right, so how close is closer?
Well, I'm just going to walk towards it until
Wait,
I
17
see.
or
Is
Or
this?
any
Do I sense danger?
Is there a person attached to
You
the
don't-
helmet?
You don't sense anything yet. You don't know. It's buried under sand. You only see this tiny tip pointing out. So,
Can I roll to see if there's anything perhaps magical about the situation?
sure. It does not appear. I mean, you check your Arcana knowledge, and it appears as though it is a piece of metal in the desert.
Okay.
An arcane piece of
You
metal?
don't
does it?
say.
I do say.
All right. Before I go any closer, I would like to use my primeval awareness
Okay.
and just concentrate and see if there are any. Specifically, I'm thinking about undead, but I would also notice aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, and fiends.
It's totally a dragon.
Yeah, there's only one
That would
dragon.
be
One
unfortunate.
dragon.
That's
and
the
that
one.
is it.
The dragon.
You
He happens to be.
This
is where
here
it's
today.
hiding.
It's a small metal.
Wearing a
Scott's-
little tiny helmet.
Scott did say he made this adventure really hard.
It's true.
That's true.
Not
This could be
impossible.
it.
Not
First
If I ever
encounter,
win.
Dragon of Tyr.
I have not heard good things about the Dragon of Tyr. He has 1 star on Athos Yelp.
Not a friendly guy.
You do not detect any fiends, whatever else, undead,
All of those things. Gotcha.
dragons, none of those things.
Okay.
You sense nothing.
Fair enough.
It could be a magical piece of metal, but without picking it up, you would not be able to tell more. Regdar.
Carlos, run in there and grab that thing, would you? Enough of this pussyfooting around.
All right, I'm running down there. I love a chance to run. I run toward the metal.
Okay. And as you get close to the metal...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I like to be close to the metal.
Wait, Carlos, wait!
I don't like layers of abstraction. I like to be close to the metal.
Carlos, I would like you to roll a strength check.
Is that just a D20?
D20 plus your strength bonus.
17.
All right, so you're Carlos. You run towards the piece of metal, and as
I'll get you metal.
You're crouching down to kind of dig it out and see what it is. A gauntlet erupts from the sand and grabs you by the throat, and you are grappled. And we'll roll initiative.
Okay.
I am glad I did not touch that piece of metal.
Initiative is just the dexterity modifier, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And we will see.
Nice one.
I know how to use.
I got a 6.
I'm
4.
hesitant here.
Ah.
Well, now I don't know if all these characters are applied to the right people. So let's see here. Ooh,
Nice column in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I don't have the power to move Carlos right now.
All right, so let me.
I can't move Regdar yet. But...
I can move Umlo.
Let's see.
Oh, he does look
no power of any kind.
like pancakes.
They're brothers. Of course they look alike.
All right, let's see.
Be brothers from another mother.
Jason.
It's true. We actually don't know our mother.
All right, Jason, you should be able to move.
She loved breakfast foods.
Nope.
Maybe. If I'm doing this correctly.
The thing I remember most about her is her laugh.
She left us in an IHOP with no names.
Oh no.
E-hop. Dark Sun. IHOP.
Been
To sell.
through the desert at an IHOP with no name.
International House of Sandcakes.
All right. So now the only person who can move is Dan. Is that right?
Yeah, because I'm awesome.
No, somebody else is moving too. Other people are
That was
moving.
me.
Move if you can move off to the right.
Dance if you can dance.
Smoke them if you got them. I can't move.
Nobody
I'm not
can.
even sure which of the ladies I'm supposed to be.
Move like no one is
Oh,
moving.
I misspelled your name, Erica. I apologize. But I will change that. Yeah, I don't know how to give people control over their tokens, apparently.
Tony,
Other than Dan.
DMs. Anyone? Any?
Of all the
anyone know
times
how
for Dan to
Oh,
scamper
well,
off.
Dan
somebody
stepped
else
away.
can move.
Computers. I don't know how computers work.
Carlos, I don't know.
Dan.
And Dan left. Dan's on strike.
Something else just
Oh.
joined the fray. All right. Listeners, bear with us.
Yes, we'll figure this out.
Live listeners.
Well, let me.
This is the thrilling excitement. It is live podcasting.
Yeah,
That's
31,
right.
31 people are listening to us not know how
Wow.
to use Roll20. So, hi,
I'm
31
one of
people.
those people. So,
foolish people.
Why are you one of those people, Tony?
well, I'm in the chat room.
No, that's not it. It's people who are listening to the audio stream. It's 31.
Well, I have the audio stream there, but I have it turned off.
Oh,
I mean, I think I still count in that count, right? If I'm on that screen.
30 people are listening to us.
Jason, are you counting yourself?
I'm not in the live stream because that would be
okay.
crazy. Only crazy
All
people
right,
would
so
do
I'm
that.
going to let's see. So
Joe Steele says hi.
Hello, Joe Steele. Tony, did you roll a 22 for initiative? Is that your 22?
No, I would be a slightly different number known as 4.
Okay.
I rolled
so
a
you're
20 for my initiative.
All right. Jason is a 20. Erica, what was your initiative?
9.
All right, you are before Tony. Georgia,
I match Erica. 9.
9. So in the event of a tie, players get to choose who goes first.
I'll go
You can
first.
go first, Eric. Yeah.
Sure.
All
I
right.
can't move my guy yet still, so.
Well, I can't figure that. Maybe Dan can tell us how to move guys. Steve, what was your initiative?
A 4.
Well,
I'm sorry, a 6. It was a 6.
All right, so you're in front of Tony. Dan, what is
Yeah.
your initiative?
It was a 19.
All
Also,
right, so
how do
we
we
might
move
And
guys?
in order to move tokens, double click on the token and make sure that the people listed in the allowed to control them It includes the people who are supposed to be able to control them.
Allow to control. Is it under advanced?
I think if you double click on a token, but I can't see it because you have special GM powers, which I don't have.
Controlled by, determined by character settings.
Then go into the character that is associated with that token.
There we are.
There.
Characters. Let me see here. Here we are. Character sheet. Attributes and abilities. No.
No, look to the. There should be a separate tab, and it should have like a list of names on it. Wherever you see like the image for that character, properties. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll20. How do you do it?
I don't know how to do it. Where am I looking down?
So in the journal, you should be able to look at characters. There's a
list of
bio
characters.
and info tab.
Yes.
Can be edited and controlled by. That's what you're looking for.
I see.
I've always thought D&D was too accessible. Is there some way we can mix computers in here to really take it up a notch?
I see. I got it. All right. So,
Tony, it's a story we create together using confusing computer programs.
This is all becoming clear. This is
why we needed 2 DMs. Like, Tony could run the story stuff while I tried to make sure all the computers work.
That's good. All right, Tony.
Delegation.
Tony, can you move your character now?
Aha.
Oh!
All right.
Ooh.
Look at this. I'm interneting.
Now you're getting
All
the guess.
right. Oops, that's the wrong one.
So, Steve,
Should
I
What
take
was
this opportunity to describe my character since I don't think I actually did that yet?
Yes.
Right. I'm just trying to help you fill time.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm an elf. I am just over 6.5 feet tall.
Whoa.
I have silver eyes. I'm super skinny, as elves tend to be. And I tend to wear, sort of, traveler's headgear, but you might see some very bright red hair poking out. Oh, and I have light brown skin.
You're pretty tall for an elf.
Not an Athos. I'm actually short.
Wow.
Shows you what you know. All right, now everybody should
It's hard
be
to
able.
see down there. I'm 11'7".
Everyone should be able to move their tokens now.
Woohoo!
I
Can
can't
everybody
move.
a token.
I can't move my token.
Hooray!
All right.
Now,
How,
we all run away.
Carlos
how
can't
do
run.
I revoke this privilege?
Can't move.
You cannot. This is the wonderful part of this.
All right, so I'm going to assume I'm just going to place everybody where I think they should be. Because
Okay.
Such is my power.
I am grappled by a guy, but I cannot move my token.
Yeah, that's because you're grappled, Jason.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I guess so. By the
By
gauntlet.
the you can't. Let's see.
I cannot.
Being
Jason
grappled, that's all.
sometimes I had trouble with getting Jason set up sometimes because for some reason I think he had 2 separate accounts. I don't know why, but like there was like a Jason and a Jason Snell or something. I don't know.
All right, I think I know what the
I
problem
may
is.
have 2 Roll20 accounts. That's true.
I think I know.
I blame
what's
Scott.
But you can also add multiple accounts to one character, so you can make both Jason and Jason Snell able to control it. Thus, solving all of our problems.
Hey, how's that bell doing for you, Dan?
It's doing great.
wrong. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't.
You guys are gonna love next week, is all I'm saying.
Okay,
don't have
I'll show you this.
for that.
I've got a giant D20.
Oh, you're serious now, Jason? Can you move?
heard that
your
about
token
you.
now? Can you move your token now?
I don't like to brag about that. No, I can't move my token.
Use the power of your mind.
What the hell, man?
Nope.
You're clicking, right? You're not just pointing at the screen.
It's not a touch screen, Jason.
Nope.
You gotta
I
use
know
the
you
mouse.
run a very successful technology news site, but you're using a mouse or trackpad, right?
All right. Well, I'm going to put all players can move your token to solve
Yes!
it. Through brute force. All right, Jason, can you move it now? Everyone should be able to move it.
I can.
All right,
Yeah.
good.
Was that Jason that just moved it, or somebody else?
Stop moving me,
Oh.
jerks.
All right.
I'm battling Jason for his
Hey, that
tokens.
looks fun. I'm gonna do this too.
Don't touch me!
All right, everybody off, Jason.
Your listening audience at home is gonna love this one.
Woo.
I'm free.
Let's put Jason.
This is all coming out.
Not on the live stream at 8. Those
All right.
34 people are in for a treat.
Hello, live stream.
Guys, why are the
Listen
numbers
to
of the
it
live stream
live.
dropping so quickly? I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either. Now that our
Neither
technical
do they.
are complete, Carlos, you are currently grappled by some sort of gauntlet from the sand, and you quickly look, and sand has poured off of this helm that seems to be empty and glowing with some sort of horrendous light, as if perhaps there is a horror that has been helmed.
Weird. I don't know what you're trying to say there.
Okay.
Scott,
Guys, this is why we're not supposed to touch anything.
Scott, can you explain for the listening audience, what does it mean that Jason is grappled?
Jason, you are grappled, and that means
Thank you, Don Pardo.
your speed becomes 0, and you can't benefit from any bonuses to your speed. And you can end the grapple if the grappler is incapacitated, and it also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as the creature is hurled away by a thunder wave spell.
If the party of the first part is not grappled by the party of the second part, you will find the party of the third part.
That's right. And
We
so
kinda
you
follow
can
me.
take actions, and a grapple is basically a contested strength check, which is why I had you do that earlier.
Wait, what was that bit about the Thunderwave spell? My ears perked up.
You can knock Carlos out of the grapple by any spell that requires that allows you to move things. A person can be moved out of grapple.
Although that would also damage him.
That is the downside to
Little
trying
column
to
A,
I'm
little
not seeing a
column B.
negative here.
break the grapple with a thunder wave. But hey, he's tough. He has a lot of hit points.
How badly do you want to be let go of, Carlos? That's the question.
There we are. So, Carlos, it is in fact your turn. You are grappled by the throat. And
So-
you see this helm.
What can I do? What are my options here?
You can use an action to escape. So you must succeed on a strength check or a dexterity check, contested by contested by my strength check. So you can roll a check, and I will roll a strength check, and whoever gets higher wins. You can attack. I mean, I just have your throat in a hold, so your arms are free. You can also you can't move away from me because you're currently grappled.
Right.
You have a movement of 0, basically.
I will do the strength check to escape.
Okay. So roll d20 plus your strength.
8.
You fail. You are still grappled.
All right.
And that's the end of your turn.
That was fun.
You can yell something if you want to. That's a free action.
Oh, how can he? Grappled by the throat.
Dan.
Yes. Hello. Welcome. I'm going to run in at this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to, and because this is going to definitely be a good start to my short-lived career, I'm going to attack recklessly.
All right. So when you attack recklessly, I get advantage to hit you. Is that right?
Yes, but I also get advantage to hit you. So I
right
run up there
on.
next to this guy and say, "Put him down!" And then I swing with my great sword.
All right. So you're swinging at the exposed gauntlet or helm. You're trying to get either one.
All right. So if I do 2d20, what is it? Keep higher since I have advantage?
Keep the higher,
one?
yes.
Wow, 1 and a 2.
So you keep the
I keep the 2. The 2 sounds great.
All right, the rest of you see this half giant kind of just go, "Rah!" Take out this giant sword, run as fast as he can, and swing it nowhere near the helmed horror. In the opposite direction. He is just so enraged. It seems like he doesn't know what he was doing.
All right. Well, that wouldn't have done any better, but I rolled it wrong. See, that would have been so much
You'd
better.
say reckless.
It was
We're
pretty
told what to expect.
reckless. And now it is, in fact, my turn. The helmed horror, rises from the sand and throws Carlos back, let's say, 2 squares. Actually, 1
Arg.
square.
That means you're free. That means we can leave. Let's just go.
Yeah, that sounds like Carlos' strategy right there.
Yeah.
Sorry for
And-
bothering you, sir. We'll be moving on.
Yeah,
then.
we'll give you this half giant in payment. See you later.
Enjoy your
Notice
column.
the helmed horror looks a little bit like that.
Ah!
Oh,
Yeep.
That's not so
Horrifying.
oh, he's not friendly at
Badass
all.
sword.
For our listeners, it's really scary.
That's right.
Nice helm.
Yeah.
It's
He's
basically
got a really big spiky sword, and
he does
has
have a big spiky sword and a shield. He is glowing with a red light. The armor
He has a face on his shoulder.
made of some kind of carapace of some kind.
What?
Because we're on Dark Side.
Awful.
And he has a very, very large sword. And you will notice that he swings it at Carlos, even though Carlos is 5 feet away from him.
Oh boy.
What? And he hits an armor class of 21
That'll hit me.
Ooh.
for, let's see, 5 points of damage.
Ugh.
And that is all he's going to do. But also, as he rises out, you hear anyone who has more than 12, well, Dan and Jason, what are your passive perception?
14.
10.
All right, you hear a strange kind of like clicking coming from inside the helm tower.
It's a bomb.
It's beetles all stacked up.
And Erica, it is your turn.
Okay. What are the rules in 5e about shooting through friendly squares?
You can.
Okay. Then
Bad things could happen if you roll a 1, depending on
Right.
how bad I feel. But generally, it's fine.
Well, I think I'm still gonna come over to this square, so I have a better shot at it, and I will get out my bow and shoot
Okay.
at it. I'm rolling an actual die. Let's see. 23.
And that hits. Ping.
Awesome. Oh, I should probably find my actual dice here. And okay, so what do we add to damage then? Is it exactly the same as the to hit roll, or?
So that would be your dexterity bonus, and I think that's it.
All right. Then that's 10. 10 damage.
All right. Now you notice that it didn't do as much damage as you thought it should to it.
I suspected that might be the case.
Take that for what it means.
Mhm.
Would you like to do anything? You moved, you fired, anything else?
Nope, that's enough.
All right. Before Scale goes, you notice erupting out of the helmed horror is a swarm of scarabs.
I hate
Why did it have to be scarabs?
Why did it have to be swarms?
Yes.
Because they seem
what I
to
think.
have.
Why did it have to be erupting?
They they seem to have taken up shop in the helmed horror, and they swarm all over Dan's character.
Ah.
And he's
It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
Nice little
So
fucker.
it's
In my head, it pictures like one of those cartoon things where like they run over my character and it's just a skeleton left, and then he falls over. That was quick.
And I have advantage because you recklessly attacked, right?
Oh, that was a mistake.
And so that's a 15 versus AC.
That will miss.
Well, nothing. You just have these scarabs just crawling all over you.
Whatever. This is like Thursday for me.
Is Scarab to condition in the 5e?
It's on page no. Scale, it's your turn. You see this animate suit of armor with a giant sword swinging at your new friend, the Mull, and you see your other very large friend completely covered in scarabs.
Okay.
Another day on the job.
I hope, Amal, I hope that you have a lot of hit points.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
I,
What is about to happen to me?
I'm gonna move to here,
Mm-hmm.
and each square is 5.
Correct.
So that would be a 15-foot. I can arrange this so that I don't hit Carlos.
I don't know what you're doing, but I imagine yes.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Ready.
What has just happened?
Okay.
I like the
Okay.
helmet.
I look around to make sure no one's watching me from the caravan, and then I pull back my cape.
You look around and make sure no one's watching before you put on the hilarious helmet.
I got my helm. I have to wear the helm.
Uh-huh.
It's like X-Men. Okay. And then I rise up my hands
Oh,
and then slowly cast out Thunder Wave upon the swarm of scarabs on Omlal and on the glowy red guy.
okay. So that will include Omlal in the effect, but you can not include that. You don't need to include Carlos.
Yay!
So
damage.
that's good.
It's Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. All
So
right,
are these 5-foot squares here?
they are.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. I got an 8.
For each creature.
So that includes me.
That does include you.
Good
Sorry.
news. My constitution's actually pretty good.
So the helmed horror has failed.
Woohoo!
Couldn't you have moved to a square where you wouldn't hit him?
But I wanted to get all
You
the
wanted
little
to get
She
scarabs.
wants to get the scarabs
No
off.
time for that now.
Got it.
This is all part of her plan.
How big? How well do I have to do?
Well, I
Just
failed
save it.
both. So what your difficulty is probably what, like a 14 maybe, Georgia?
Spell save DC.
Yes.
Yes. Let me look it up.
I don't know.
I think it's plus. Is it plus 8? 8 plus your modifier or something?
Yeah. 8 plus the modifier of whatever the spell casting ability is.
Oh, those are not it. Where is your character sheet? Oh, I know where it is. Dark Sun character.
Plus proficiency bonus, actually. I
Oh,
believe.
right.
Yes, Georgia. I'm opening your character sheet, and oh look, I didn't put it on the character sheet.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
Aha.
I should be able to find this.
You should. It is.
Erica's right.
so
8 plus
cool.
spell casting ability plus proficiency plus any special modifier.
Yeah, so that's 5. 5 plus 8. That's 13. I think it's a 13.
I rolled exactly a 13.
Well, then there you go. Probably get what, half damage?
Yes, and everything that fails gets pushed back 10 feet, so they will fall off of Omlal, all the scarabs, if they fail.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Excellent.
Plus, they all take 2d8 damage.
excellent.
11 damage.
So this is
So I take 5.
all right. And okay, 11 damage. Excellent.
And they're all off of him, no?
Yes, I will say that they're off of him.
That was pretty cool. It's like I'm standing there and this giant wave of thunder hits me and all of a sudden the bugs are just like blown off me.
Yes.
Still standing there like,
So now, which way?
what was that?
Where would you like to push them?
Let's see. Let's make them. I don't know if I can.
Oh, there's
put
10
it
feet from you,
somewhere.
so they have to
I'll
be.
put my character where I would want it to be. Like
They
like,
actually
let's
have to
put
just
them
go
this
back.
way. Oh, it's just backwards.
Yeah.
Sad. That's sad.
So I asked
Okay.
you with a glimmer, but I gave you a glimmer of hope that you had control, but you have not.
Any control over the matter.
Ketchka, you have just seen a thunderwave, which you recognize, and also a consequence of a thunderwave is a gigantic thunderclap rolls across the desert, emanating from your new friend's scale.
Wow.
I put back on my hood and then crawl back
Impressive.
slowly. Yeah, just
And this
Oh,
wave
okay.
of thunder has knocked both the helmed horror and the scarabs back closer to Presto.
Yeah, I'm not liking this.
sorry.
So, for all intents and purposes, would this helmed horror be made of metal, perhaps?
No, so it's not. It's a carapace armor.
Carapace armor.
In the picture, it is made of metal, but we are on Athos, so
So we're saying this is organic material as
Isn't
opposed
That's right.
Wasn't the hat made of metal? Because we
The-
saw the hat from a
that
long
is
way
true.
away.
The helm is made of metal.
Touch him in the head. Touch him in the head.
Well, if I knock the helm off, then he's just a horror, right? And that knocks him down at least 3 notches.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. These are 5-foot squares. So from where I'm standing, I should be able to hit the helmed horror. So I'm going to go ahead and make a sudden loud ringing noise that is painfully intense. I'm going to cast not really a spell so much as a musical note called Shatter.
Ah, yes.
And
Shatter
Ooh,
is a.
but it's a 10-foot radius,
yes.
right? So I've got to Where should I center that? Everybody's so close to these guys. Come on, guys. All right.
I got grappled. I don't know what you're talking about.
10-foot radius.
So if I place it here, can I hit both the scarabs and the
10
dude?
foot. Yes.
All right.
Yep. You will miss everyone else.
That's beautiful. All right. So I strum my lute/guitar, or whatever it is, and
Lutar.
make a horrible cacophony of sound.
Shatter, yes. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from that point.
Yes. Each creature must make a
Playing the
constitution
guitar.
saving throw. You guys can't hear it. I threw my note.
The helmed horror succeeds, and the scarabs also succeed.
All right, but it's a
They take half damage.
half damage, right? And let's see. Oh, the creatures are not made of inorganic material, so they do not have disadvantage on the saving throw. That's rather sad.
Well, they are made of it. All right, well, the helmed horror does have disadvantage, but it succeeded anyway.
Oh, okay. So then we do 3d8 thunder damage divided by 2. So 15 divided by 2, 7
All right.
on each of those guys.
What is that? Okay, gotcha.
And
Excellent.
if there's any non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried in that area, it also takes damage. So the sand in that area is blasted all to hell.
Yes, the sand has there's like a divot, a 10-foot perfectly smooth divot in the sand.
That's sweet.
Regdar.
All right. Well, I feel like I don't have a lot of options here, but in case we do want to run away, I feel like I could do something that would help with that. So Regdar is going to notice that there might be some magic going on nearby, as a ray of frost will zap out at the helmed horror. That Regdar notices this. He's not involved in that. So
Very good.
I believe I roll a d20 plus my spell attack bonus. I think for this. This is a cantrip.
Yes. I'll say what. Let's see. Ray of Frost. Yes. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
17.
17 versus. Nope. That does not hit.
Really? Oh, sad. Well, then all the other things I was going to say or do are moot. So that's my one action.
You can move.
I'll scurry a little bit away from those guys.
Carlos, it is your turn. You have been thrown back from the helmed horror.
And never mind.
Oh, no.
That I was going to ask about spell slots, but that was a cantrip, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. Cantrips as many times as you like.
They're super effective at not hitting that.
So, Jason, you move, Carlos moves in towards the helmed horror.
Yeah, Carlos is headed over there because he is mad and wants to hit something with his warhammer.
All right.
That is a 14.
All right, your warhammer clangs against the armor of the helmed horror and does no damage.
All right.
You missed.
Alas.
Omlal, you no longer have scarabs. Your ears are ringing.
And now I'm angry.
And now you're angry.
Rage!
You just raged.
Yeah, so I rage.
And that's like 10 turns worth of rage, right?
Yeah, that's a minute worth of rage.
It's a lot of rage.
Some serious rage. He's got some anger issues.
Oh.
So I get to do extra damage, and I get advantage on some strength checks. So I'm going to try to hit, and I now have resistance because I follow the path of the Clar, which we're assuming is Dark Sun for bear. I have damage resistance to everything except psychic damage.
All right.
So I'm going to smash this horde helm. I don't know. He's getting smashed. That's basically what's happening right there.
Bring it on. Here
we go. All right.
In your mind.
What? I don't like psychic damage. That's not cool.
He doesn't.
21.
Oh, you hit.
Yeah. Extra damage. All right. So I'm going to do this is slashing damage. And it's 2d6 plus 7 with my bonus. Takes 19 damage, max damage.
Excellent.
I'm still angry. I will stay angry for a while.
Well, you hit. That's a solid hit.
I feel good.
You should. Walk it off. Wait, you don't walk it off. He walks it off.
Yeah.
Well, given now the Helmed Horror's turn, he will attack. Who will he attack? You see, he shifts his shield onto his forearm, grabs his sword with both hands, and attacks Umlal twice, missing both times.
I laugh in his face.
Oh, do I have advantage on?
He doesn't have a face.
No, I did not attack directly.
All right, and a 12. I'm assuming 12 does not hit you.
12 does not hit me. My AC is 16.
Well, he missed both times, and he will. Let's see. What is he gonna do? He is going to 1, 2, 5. He's going to fly.
What?
Does flying away from us provoke
It does.
an opportunity attack?
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna take it.
Do it.
All
too.
right, so I'll take a swing at him. So Carlos and I will synchronize swings.
All right. If you don't both roll at the same time,
I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 15.
you both are so startled that it is flying away that you both miss.
What a jerk!
Presta, you see the Helmed Horror fly towards your sorceress friends. Although they're both just regular people, magic is not really
Whatever. I'm an elf. I'm fine with magic. I don't care. More power to you guys.
You still got some scarabs near you, but
Yeah, not for long. I need to get away from those. I hate storms. Let's see. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. I'm gonna head over to here, and I think I'll just shoot at the thing again. And hope
the Helmed Horror.
Helmed Horror. Yes, I like the alliteration there. Very nice. And that is 20.
Oh,
Just in time for my computer to freeze.
Yes, I didn't hear what you said.
I said I rolled a 20.
Critical.
Yeah.
So you hit and you roll the damage twice, and then add whatever bonuses you get.
Okay, so that's an 8. Yay, and a 1, so I evened it out. So 9 plus Dex, 10, 11, 12. And since he's been hit before, I get an extra D8.
Well, look at that.
Yeah. 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 damage.
All right.
Nice.
That was a mighty shot from your bow, I'm assuming?
Yes, from the bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you seem to have gotten it in where one of the shoulder joint, it just slips in there and is sticking out. If a Helmed Horror were to grunt, it would grunt, but they do not have the capability to speak, so it cannot grunt.
All right. And that is it for me.
All right. And if there were such a thing as bloodied in 5e, which there is not, he would be bloodied.
And I don't think this thing probably has blood anyway.
Yeah, that's true. He is helmed. And now it's the Scarab's turn, and they're like, we were enjoying feasting on this half giant. So they swore about dead again. Let's see if they successfally swarm. They do not. A 6 does not hit Umlal. So you're just once again, you're kind of thinking of it as like a lot of tiny massages from the scarabs.
Yes, this is very refreshing.
They're eating a lot of your dead skin off. It's beautiful.
Exfoliating.
That's right. Scale, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to, since Omlal seems happy with his little beetle friends around him right now.
And you'll notice that the Helmed Horror is hovering next to you.
Yeah,
He's by with a little
not
help
too
from his beetle
thrilled
friends.
about that. Can I move away from him without him getting an advantage on me?
Well, you can disengage, which would be your action, and he could not attack you. You can move anywhere and stay within 5 feet of him. He also has reach, so you'd have to move further away from him. But if you disengage, that's your only action, but he will not get an attack of opportunity on you. Anything else?
How high is he flying from me?
He's just kind of hovering a couple inches off of the desert sand floor.
That's barely
So
even
if I
flying.
move 5 feet away, like here, he would not get advantage.
You are still within his reach, so he will not do an attack of opportunity. If you were to leave and move another 5 feet, he would attack you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move that way then, and if I cast a firebolt, I have to make a ranged attack. What do I need to hit to do that?
Well, if you're making a ranged attack and you're still within his range, I think you may be in trouble.
Yes, he can attack you if you make a ranged attack, I believe. Let's consult the ranged attack rules, shall we? The exciting.
Yeah, because even though you're 5 feet away from him, he can still reach you with his sword.
Yes, he has what is known as reach. 5 foot reach, in fact. Ranged attacks. Where are you? Ranged attacks in melee. Look at that. Thank you, Index. Range. Make it range attack. Here we are. You have disadvantage. There. All you get now is disadvantage. So you have to roll 2d20. Take the lower. He will not get an opportunity attack. And you just are rolling against his AC.
Nice.
All right, and now you roll another one.
I don't do the fancy way.
Oh, you do the old-fashioned way.
Works
So
better this
15
way.
plus whatever your
Or 16. Or disadvantage, 15, right?
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Let's see. Since I did not fill out your character sheet completely, because I'm a very bad DM, as a commenter on YouTube pointed out. Thanks, YouTube commenter.
You've made it now.
Well, then it must be true.
Yes, commenters on YouTube never lie.
Mm.
Let's see. Your proficiency. So your spell modifier is 2 plus your charisma modifier, which I believe is, let's see, 5. Well, yes, 5 total. So 15 plus 5 is 20. The number you need to hit a helmed horror is, in fact, 20. So you hit.
Woohoo!
Hey, hitting is good.
Okay. I am going to hit him with a firebolt.
Do it.
Oh. 9 fire damage.
All right. He's still up. Very good. Kachka,
Yes,
you have a helmed horror that is slightly closer than it was before, but not too
I see that. Well, I'm just itching to unleash this cool little cantrip I've got called Vicious Mockery.
Ah,
It's back.
It's not cutting words, but I've got that too. But this is a different thing.
and you are viciously mocking him.
Yes, a string of insults I unleash his way. You don't even have a body. You're just a helm and some armor. And so he must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Against 14 is my DC.
Wisdom. He fails.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So he
he's
takes.
A single tear rolls down.
Coming from
Armor.
blood, he doesn't have a face.
That's
just
what makes it
floats.
even
It's really
creepier.
He's just bummed about the way we've defiled his land. That's all.
That's true.
It's Iron Eyes horror. He takes 4 psychic damage if he can take
Alright.
psychic damage.
He
And has a disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
All right. Well
Nice.
done with your vicious mockery.
Let's see.
Now
And
you can move or do a bonus action if you have
well,
one.
since I've irritated him, I'm going to step a few feet over this way, away from the helmed horror.
Oh,
And as a bonus action, I am going to. Who's up next in the line? Is it Maul?
that would be Regdar.
Oh, Regdar. Let's do the Maul.
Regular guy.
That's nice.
All right. I'll give it to Regdar. I have
Probably
feeling
a
he's got something
waste.
up his sleeve.
I don't know.
I'm going to give him some bardic inspiration by, just sending him some good vibes.
Goodness, he sings the
Oh,
tale.
Regdar, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Regdar. Hey, Regdar. And so he gets.
What does that do?
That's it.
Makes
That's
him
it.
very
You
uncomfortable.
just
Don't you feel
saw
good
it.
now?
That's it.
You've got an extra 1d6 that you can add to an attack, ability check, or save that
Or
you can use
damage.
anytime within the next 10 minutes. Not damage.
Oh.
Yes,
I guess that's okay then.
Okay.
that's right. And I believe you have to do it.
I knew I should have saved my
before you
inspiration for
roll,
somebody
you say
who
you
cares.
use it?
You can use it after the roll, but before the determination of
There,
whether.
that was it. Okay, cool. So there you
So
go.
If you think you're close, use the
Regdar.
inspiration.
And you can.
And that lasts for, you said that was like 10 minutes?
Yes. So
Okay,
pretty
so
much anytime
presumably-
between now and the end of combat.
Sounds great. Probably won't use that this turn, but in the future.
All right, Regdar, you have been inspired with this uplifting song. Your heart has swollen.
Well, that sounds really dangerous.
You're feeling faint.
Oh, he's gonna zip zop, isn't he? I should.
Yeah,
There's a
wasted my
tingling in
inspiration on
your
him.
finger.
Sorry. Yeah, so even though I have some inspiration to really hit guys, I'm going to use a power that can't miss. I'm going to use Magic Missile, Zip Zop. In 5th edition, Regdar notices from out of nowhere, totally unrelated to his actions, 5 glowing darts whiz across the desert and hit a creature that I can see within range.
Wow. That's quite a thing that just happened.
And I believe that just happens. Like, there's no rolling. He just gets hit with 3 magic darts.
Just happens.
Deal with it.
3 magic force darts.
I will roll some damage. Each dart does 1d4 plus 1, which could be a very low number depending on how I roll.
That's true.
4 damage, 5 damage, and 4 damage. That's not bad.
Wow.
Excellent. So these
Statistically above average. That's how Regdar rolls.
these glowing orbs slam into the helmed horror, and it seems as though nothing happens to it.
What? It's force damage.
Immunity to zip zop. Oh no.
Oh.
What?
Carlos,
Wait, that's not my only thing, right? I can run away still.
you can run away. You have movement.
Wait,
And so I do.
isn't he within reach?
Oh, that's true. He is in within reach.
Was
Thank
I?
you, Ketchka.
Thanks.
Wow,
Thank you for
Steve.
the helpful.
So he will take his
Wow.
opportunity attack on Regdar.
That's the opposite of bardic inspiration.
I am nothing if not fair.
Wow.
Bardic desperation.
And also incredibly petty when somebody wastes my inspirational words.
I've got it for 10 minutes. I can still make good on it.
His
So you
real
can, use
life
it, you can use it as a saving throw or a.
Sadly for Regdar, I rolled a 20.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks so much.
Hey, guys, remember that time I wasn't the first guy to die?
Steve Lutz,
So
who lives in the house that I will go
Dan
to.
didn't take you down. I'm sorry.
you take 14 points of damage as you're
Oh Jesus!
walking away from the helmed horror. He takes his longsword and slices across your back. That also stops your movement. So you are
It
where
sucks.
he is there. And now you are bleeding profusely.
Yeah. I am. I mean, do they have bloodied in this game? Because I'm bloodied.
Nope.
They do not have bloodied in this game.
All right.
Carlos.
Well, Kachka, please do a good job putting me back together.
Carlos.
Are you actually going to use the hit points if I give them to
20
you?
versus AC.
Oh, snap. That hits.
That is a 17 damage on my
17
Warhammer.
damage. Woo! You have a Warhammer now?
Warhammer, yes.
All right, so you swing your Warhammer mightily. You hit him right in the chest plate. The chest plate buckles under the pressure, and the entire helmed horror crumples to the ground, no longer horrified, although the helm is still around. We are not out of combat, though, because the scarabs are still crawling all over Dan.
Well, that was
Yeah,
fun.
close.
I'm glad we saw that glint in the desert, guys.
And Carlos, you moved. You probably still have some movement left if you want to move towards the scarabs, I guess.
Let's see. I've got a little bit of movement left. So I'm just gonna go over there. Not near the scarabs.
What have we learned about stopping and investigating strange glints in the desert?
They're totally awesome. Umlel. There are a lot of
Umlaut.
a lot of things are happening in your name now. It's confused me. So it is your turn.
So
Oh, he's
what can I-
Norwegian. He's a Norwegian half jack.
I think I bought one of those at IKEA today.
Fell apart after
what can I
like
do
this
about
character.
scarabs crawling all over me?
Well,
Shake them off or something?
you could be moved out of the swarm, as was done previously. You can you can attack them. You will be at disadvantage because you're hitting yourself.
What if I attack them recklessly?
You could do that, and that would negate the disadvantage.
I don't know what that involves. Ah!
And that's about it.
So I can attack them. It's just a disadvantage. You're saying?
Yes.
All
And
right.
you won't hit yourself unless you stop hitting yourself. Unless you roll a 1, and then there's a chance that perhaps you hit yourself.
Okay. I will attack recklessly.
Okay.
So I
just
cancel
attack.
out my DJ. Yeah. So cancel out. Here we go. 10.
10 is not what you need to hit.
Okay. It was going so well.
It was they're still crawling all over you. So everyone else sees Umlal yell again, which is becoming a recurring theme. And then use what weapon does Umlal use?
Great sword. I'm like trying to scrape them off.
He's just slamming himself in the chest and saying, "Get them off! Get them off!" And you'll notice that they scamper away every time he hits him. He's about to hit one, it scampers away, and he just ends up hitting himself. And if
Stop
anyone
hitting yourself.
Exactly. If
Stop
anyone
hitting
could
yourself.
speak Scarab, you would be hearing them saying, "Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!"
I do speak.
Scarabs are
Spanish.
jerks.
That's exactly what they're saying.
That's right. They speak a dialect of Thrycreen. Press
Why don't you
on.
viciously mock these
Guys.
scarabs?
Remember that time we went into the desert and got beaten up by a hat and some bugs?
That's every time we go into the desert.
Welcome to Dark Sun.
Can I like roll a nature check to see if I know the best way to deal with scarab swarms?
Sure.
Don't step in them in the first place.
It's probably that's a 9.
You know that it is best to avoid swarms.
Stay away from them.
That's about it.
All right. I'm afraid of hitting him, and he doesn't seem to be taking huge damage from it. So I think I'll just hang out.
All right.
Yeah.
It is the swarm's turn. They are busily swarming. They are very happy being on this half giant. There's a lot of surface area for them to explore. Many mountains and valleys that they are looking through.
Nooks and crannies.
That's right. At a 21.
English muffin is my brother.
Yes.
Oh, they have advanced.
His last name is Thomason, actually. Amlal Thomason.
All right, I got 21, so they finally do some damage.
How much damage?
They sink their little pincers in, and they do 4 points of damage. As
what kind of damage is that?
It is
Piercing.
Question. It is piercing damage.
I resist everything right now, so 2 points of damage.
Oh, well, there you go. They will not do anything.
I don't like scarabs.
2. So one of them like slips under your armor. I don't know if you're wearing armor. You probably aren't.
No, I'm not wearing any armor.
One just finds a particularly sensitive spot and sinks its little,
Oh,
little mandibles into you. And Scale, you see, you notice that the pitch of the barbarian screams went slightly higher at the end there, as if he were pinched in an uncomfortable place.
And they get everywhere. They swarm
He's
and they
having fun
pierce.
with his friends.
The Helmtar has been
Not like
dispatched,
you.
and you notice that the swarm looks about half strength.
Half strength.
A lot of dead scattered.
Okay, I'm gonna go. That seems good.
Mhm.
And I am going to rise up my hand. Wait. Okay, here we go. And
Mhm.
cast another thunder wave.
Oh, sweet. Thunder wave. Another large crack of thunder rolls across peals across the desert. And even though we just did this, I forget what I'm supposed to do.
Saving throw versus Constitution.
Saving throw versus Constitution. And my DC is, what is it? 8 plus your proficiency plus, so it's 13. I was right with that. Okay. And they save. We'll wait for Umlal to come back. He will also need to save.
Hey, when that helmed horror swung on Tony, did he do so at a disadvantage?
He did not.
He was supposed to.
Oh, wow. That would have been a really great thing to point out like a round ago, Steve, when you were busy pointing out how I was dead.
I'd like to make that guy my quarry.
Different game. Umlal, roll a save versus Constitution as a thunder wave washes over you.
Sit tight. Take
Good times.
hold.
All right. Well, his next
Thunder
attack is at a disadvantage.
wave.
13.
13 is what you need.
I've been thunderstruck.
So we both take half damage. So what is half damage? So that is 3.
Good news is I'm still resisting, so technically I only take, I think, 1 damage.
One, you round down.
Yeah.
And they take 3 points of damage.
That resistance was a good investment since my friends keep hitting me with things.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the bugs off you.
No, the bugs.
Just bugs.
The bugs are still there.
It's not working.
Stop it.
This is why I didn't shoot.
Ketchka, it is your turn.
Woohoo! Well, feeling a little responsible for Tony's issues right now.
I don't know why.
Not all of his issues, just the ones involving the bleeding out. How far can I run here? I don't think I can get to him. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, can't do it. I can only go 35 feet. But I will start making my way down that way. So I'm going to take a move of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Diagonals count as 1?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm out of reach there, I believe.
You are. You do not have a 5-foot reach.
Okay. Magnificent. And hey, it worked out so well last time. I will mock him once again.
Who are you mocking, Tony?
With great visions. No.
The
I should mock the bugs.
The helmed horror is dead.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I did that.
Carlos.
Pay attention.
Caved in its chest
Kachka,
cavity.
doing my job over here. Yo.
Yeah.
Hope to get
Put
a
down the
tank
gu-
nail
put
and
down the guitar for a minute.
All right. Well, in that case, then I will mock the bugs.
We just got bugs left.
I will mock the scarabs for
All
the
right.
distance.
They have to make
You're small.
they have to make a Constitution or will save, right?
It is I believe this is a wisdom check.
A wisdom check. Great.
You got to hit a 14.
Wise
If there's
bugs.
something that swarms of scarabs are known for, it's their
Their
great
wisdom.
Isn't the scarab a sign of wisdom?
Oh, they fail.
Guess
All right.
not.
In that case, they will be taking some psychic damage.
All their little minds.
They will be taking 1 psychic damage. However, they will be attacking at a disadvantage on their next roll before the end of
You
their
see
next
one
Or will
scarab.
they?
One
Yeah,
scarab
we'll find out.
explodes.
You blew that scarab's mind.
You did literally.
Scarab sucks.
Regdar, you are bleeding profusely. It's your turn. The
right.
helmed tar is dead.
Yay.
Okay. So, well, I could expeditiously retreat. But it seems like we're doing okay, right?
Everybody except the one person covered in bugs.
Everybody except on
Now-
wall, yeah.
I have some questions about when somebody is coated in bugs. It seems
Don't we all?
it seems like a lot of, what I might call magic. Probably it would be really hard to target the bugs without also hitting the person.
Don't you have things that automatically magically find their target?
Yeah, I just did that, and I'll do that again.
It worked out great, I think.
How about that? Hey, look, zips up. 3 glowing darts hit a bunch of bugs on our friend.
All right, they cannot miss.
Hopefully this guy will take damage from them, unlike the last jerk.
The scarabs are not immune to force, so
Ooh.
So they take 5 damage, they take 3 damage, they take 4 damage.
all of the scarabs, they were clustered in 3 groups.
I killed 3 of them.
Scarab Bob.
They are all destroyed.
Another 100 to go.
They fall off of Umla and combat ends.
All right, let's look.
I am less angry now.
Let's look at the what's left of the helmed horror stuff and see if there's anything good there.
Medic.
So now you can heal each other. You can do whatever you like.
Let's find out how healing works.
How does healing work?
Take a short rest here. Do we have time to do that before the caravan takes off?
Well, so what you would do probably is catch back up with the caravan.
Yeah.
And, just rest on the caravan.
Yeah, we're not on duty, right? We can like hop on.
Yeah, you finished your shift. So
is that actually going to end up being a long rest because we don't?
Well, you're done for the day.
It's like that's it for the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be a long rest if you wanted it to be.
All right. So why don't we check out the helmed horrors remnants then, and then catch back up with the caravan.
All right. So anyone who knows Arcana can roll an Arcana check.
Hey, that's me.
I'll do the same. I haven't rolled anything in a while. Well, I got an 8.
Ha.
26 is better than the 8. So Regdar, you would know that this was a helmed horror, and helmed horrors are generally created by mages to guard a particular.
That was an accident.
That was an Arcana bell.
I opened my book onto the bell, so that don't do that.
Wow.
You please leave.
Show yourself out.
So they're created to guard places.
Get the bell out of here.
Yeah,
they're animated to basically be guards. They follow whatever the last order they get is what they follow. They're a construct. They have no intelligence of their own, which explains why it didn't speak. You know that it probably could have understood whatever language its creator spoke, but it does not speak anything.
Are we talking? This was probably here for like 100 years or like thousands and thousands of years.
You examine the patterns on the armor, and you notice that with your great knowledge of history that yes, see that this is probably at least 1500 years old, and it's probably just been sitting in the desert waiting for someone to come by and
love it.
And breach the boundaries of whatever area this mage had set up.
Worst home alarm system ever.
Well, the metal hat is probably worth a fair bit, given.
And the metal hat, everything, it doesn't appear to be magical, because the magic has expired because you beat up the construct. But it is made of metal, so it is worth a lot of money.
Nice. Well, Carlos, you can hold on to this.
Yay!
Hey, how are you for columns? There's that column over there beckoning.
Let's go touch more things.
That is a columned horror. Roll. All right. So
Ionic, Doric, or
Corinthian.
Oh no, the Corinthians are the worst.
Rich Corinthian columns.
That's right.
Column!
They have teeth for eyes.
Fine Corinthian columns. Yeah.
So if this encounter's over, if you want to check anything out, you want to go back to the
I'm looking at the column, man.
All right. Well, the column looks like it's roughly 1,500 years old. It appears to be a column, a mundane, uninteresting column.
There doesn't appear to be anything else of interest sticking up out of the sand.
Yeah, like it wasn't guarding anything obvious.
Nope. You see another glint of metal, as if another helm is buried on the other side.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
Helms are worth a lot of money.
They are worth a lot of money.
So are my hit points.
So there's nothing of interest.
Okay.
Yeah, I head back to the caravan.
Let's go back to the caravan and take a nap. Let's use some hit dice and then
Are we taking a short or a long rest?
and then take a long rest.
If we're doing a long rest, we don't need to spend hit dice.
Got my eyes on you.
Oh right, long rest just heals you, right?
Yep.
It does.
Oh, do I get all my spells back?
Get all your hit points back.
Get all your spells back.
I would have spelled more if I knew there was going to be a long rest.
That's welcome to being a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
those
it.
kind of risk reward.
I don't like it.
All right,
I prefer to control
It's all about economics.
So we make it
By
back
the
to
way,
the
that
caravan.
bardic inspiration, you have it no longer.
That's the empty feeling inside me.
And good luck getting another one, Chief.
Ow.
Ooh, snap.
Yeah, you should have given it to Carlos. You knew you should have.
You head back to the caravan. You go into the main deck, and I am showing you a map of the caravan right now. So you would know. You've been walking around, so you know where all this stuff is, so you can check out this map. I assume that you would be hanging out in either the guard room or the common area. It is up to you. I think I can describe them to you.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm voting for take a nap in the guard
guard
area.
room.
Yeah.
All right, so the guard room has some beds, and so there are 20 guards on foot that accompany the wagon. A third march outside, and the rest remain inside, manning the various arrow slits and weapon platforms. So the guards are off duty currently now, so the guard room is empty. The beds are available for you to use, and it's your shift. It's just basically like a small barracks.
Is anybody guarding the guards? I mean, are there people keeping an eye on us here?
There's no one guarding the guards. There's hustle and bustle on the caravan. There are a bunch of other people who are on the caravan.
Does it appear as if we could hustle and bustle our way sort of surreptitiously down to the cargo deck and maybe take a look around?
Well, you don't have to be surreptitious about it. You are guards. You can go to the cargo deck if you like.
I'm just curious if we can maybe start hunting around for some of this beetle action that we're supposed to be finding.
Sure. And you know that, so I'll just tell you who is on the caravan. Notable personages that you would have heard of. There's Varasha the Old, who is an old female dwarf.
I've heard of her.
So the name is not just a clever name.
No, she is the master driver. So you saw her when you first saw the caravan, and she was up in the bridge. She's still in the bridge, making sure that the beetles go where they say. She has 2 junior drivers that work with her, as well as 5 handlers for the Melikliks. She and the drivers tend to just stay up on the bridge, guiding the beetles, and the handlers hang around and make sure that the kanks that the outriders are riding are okay, and that the Meliks have the beetles, the giant beetles, have the food and things like that. Cohen is a very, very thin man, and he runs the kitchen. He's also the master of the provisions and monitors the stocks of food and water.
It's a bad sign when the guy who runs the kitchen is a very thin man.
He is. Now, you'll notice as soon as you left the boundaries of Tyr that there were some additional workers, that it is now clear that they are slaves, and 5 slaves report to Quen, and they cook and clean and perform the menial labor. So as you guys were walking in, you saw one of them hunched over on the floor of the hallway, kind of polishing the wood of the caravan. They do menial labor. Dalgarar is a mull. He was once a formidable gladiator. Perhaps he fought Carlos on the battlefield in the gladiatorial combat, but probably not. He's the master of cargo, and he supervises stowage and securing of all the loads. And he supervises a crew of 3 slaves who maintain the wagon. They grease the axles. One of them is always under the caravan, making sure that the axles are greased no matter what is happening, painting the sides and performing small repairs as necessary. There is also Azro the Falcon, who is a half-elf, and he's captain of the Outriders. And so that's in addition to Holtet Fen, who's in charge of all the guards, and Bezrak, who is in charge of the caravan. So there are a bunch of people. And then there are 20 additional guards who don't have any names. They're all guards. They're mostly humans, but there's a half-elf scattered in throughout, maybe an occasional mole. And there you go.
Lots of folks.
Yeah.
It's a busy place.
It's almost as if we're supposed to talk to some of them.
Well,
Which of them have exclamation points?
No.
Well, at the moment, everyone is busy working or doing patrols. You guys are the only ones who have some downtime.
Since everyone's busy, can we poke around the cargo bay and see if there's any evidence of beetle-related?
Sure.
Beetlemania?
You walk into the cargo. Who's going?
I'm going.
I'll go.
Certainly not me
Kachka.
because I don't know anything about this.
I enjoy recklessness, so I'm going to join Kachka since we seem to make a great team.
All right, so
We're just lost, you know.
Yeah.
Kachka
Whatever.
I'm
going
gonna take a nap.
are making their way. So the main deck is kind of in the middle, so you have to go down the stairs to get to the cargo bay. And the cargo bay is not guarded. You notice as you're walking down the stairs that you'll see that there are two doors that say secure cargo. Those both have guards in front of them, and they nod to you as you're walking down the stairs. But they don't stop you or ask any questions. You walk down to the cargo deck. You walk past. You see the door to the water room is open, and you peek in there as you're walking past, and you see that there is in fact water in there.
Tony's in there drowning.
He is.
Lesson. Drown me once. Shame on you. Shame on Athens.
You
Can
see,
I go up to the
Drown me
guards at
twice.
the
Shame on Regdar.
Can I
There's
go up to
plenty
the
of shame to
guards
go
at the
around.
secure cargo?
sure.
I break up I start up I sniff first. I start I have to. I
They
start a
look at you.
conversation
Not
with
at all
them and I
off-putting.
say,
Is it yes?
it's charming. So tell me, what do you happen to be guarding today?
The secure cargo.
Do you know what that happens to be?
I don't ask any questions. I was told Bezrek said, stand here, don't let anybody in. So I'm standing here and not letting anyone in.
Do you think that you wouldn't mind just letting me have a slight peek at it? And I roll my persuasion.
Okay. What is your persuasion? Oh, you got a 20.
+5.
25. He says, well, I really shouldn't. I mean, it is a big responsibility and pretty important around here.
You do look really, really important. And I know that people like you must do a really great job with taking care of everything. But I'm one of the guards just like you. And my job is also just to keep everything safe. And I just want to make sure that nothing bad happens here because that's my job.
Well, just this one time, you can take a quick look, but don't let anybody know I did this for you.
Of course I wouldn't. I would never do that. We have to keep each other protected here.
And he takes out a key and he unlocks the door and he opens it. And are you going to go inside?
Yeah.
All right, so you go inside and you see that this is like a 15 by 15 foot cabin that is full of a bunch of like obsidian and jewelry. A lot of expensive things are in here. Some metal chalices, that kind of thing, are being locked in here. Are you gonna look around? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around, but I'm gonna listen for any little like scurrying kind of beetle-y kind of noises.
Roll an investigation check, I think is what it's called now.
While she's in there poking around so that the guards don't take too much interest in what she's up to, I'm going to bust out in a quick performance of one of my well-known hits.
Yeah.
In the cargo hold I'm going to bust out my guitar and perform a song.
That's an entirely. You're on a different level.
No, I went down to the cargo bay.
Yeah, but she is on the second ground. On the main deck is where.
Secure cargo's up here. Oh, I
Yes.
thought it was in the cargo bay somewhere. Oh,
but if you want to be up there, you can be. If
I think I'll just roll through the area. I'll just walk down the hall,
Like
a
a-
roving troubadour,
A caravan troubadour, yeah.
playing my songs for
fair
the
enough.
entertainment of those in the hallway and the slaves in the kitchens.
As you do.
What's the name of that song, Kachka? Your greatest hit.
Let's hear it.
This is not the
It's,
staggering
Four Arms
note,
to
is it?
Hold You, I
All right.
believe, is the name of the song. It's a Beatles. It was an
Beatles,
old
yeah.
Beatles song.
Right.
All right, let me look something up quickly.
I want to hold your hands.
Oh boy.
That's pretty good.
Oh, here they are.
8 Arms to Hold You, by the way, was the original title of.
Oh snap.
Just so you know.
8 arms a week.
Okay. All right. So you are searching in the secure cargo. You got 16 So you know you don't notice anything. There's lots of valuables in here. That doesn't strike you as suspicious just because this is a heavily guarded caravan. If you want to move your valuables from one city state to another, this would be a great way to do it. You notice a ledger that lists lot numbers, and then you notice as you're looking around that each kind of grouping of objects has a number assigned to it. So you can assume that the lot number that is labeled on the actual items corresponds to whoever's listed in the ledger book, so that they could come and claim their valuables once they get back to
Is there any anomaly of like someone that didn't write down something or anything that seems weird in the ledger book?
No, it seems all as straightforward as you can get.
Can I roll for performance just to see how people are enjoying my
Certainly
stylings in the hallway here?
There are a bunch of.
This may be my only opportunity. Oh, it's a 20. 20 plus 6.
Ooh.
All right. Well, so
Critical
in the cargo
performance.
deck, there are a lot of the slaves that are the handlers start wandering into the cargo bay and are listening to your performance.
Oh, is this going to be a whole like Ferris Bueller parade situation here in the middle of the cargo hold?
Yes, if you bust out an accordion.
Shake it up, baby!
And so Umla, what are you doing as Ketchka is having this impromptu? I will quickly describe what's in the cargo bay. Besides Ketchka, 5 slaves who are rocking out to this song, and you notice that there are over 150-pound sacks of grain, as well as 20 bushels of oranges, 30 100-foot coils of giant hair rope, 6 trunks, 2 cases, 24 5-gallon casks, 20 gallon casks of what you would know were wine casks, a pile of cured kip leather, and some chitin.
Interesting. Is
Yeah.
out of curiosity, is there anything, or which of those that you mentioned are large enough that they might contain, say, some creepy beetles?
Some creepy beetles, sure. The trunks seem large enough to carry them. The cases also. Now you knew some of the casks were clearly wine, but there are other casks that you're not sure what they are. So those could probably have some.
Are the trunks sealed, locked?
They're closed. You'd have to get closer to see if they were locked.
Can I sidle over there while Kashka's rocking out?
Sure. So everyone is enthralled with Kachka's performance. No one is paying you, a half giant, any mind. There was
Fairly noticeable, really.
1 or 2 cargo slaves are in there as well, and they are wandering towards Kachka to see what all the hootenanny is.
Oh, the hootenanny!
The hootenanny.
It's happening!
We were told it was authorized.
The hootenanny has been authorized. So.
I warned them.
So you sidle up to one of the trunks. You see that it is locked, but not. It doesn't require a key. It's just kind of like locked, so it wouldn't flop open as it was being latched. Is a better term. Thank you. 10 experience points for you.
Yes. Wordsmithing +2.
And so you open it up and you gaze into one, and you see before you a bunch of Erdlaw claw daggers.
Ooh. Nifty. Ooh,
Nice job, Geraldo.
So there are 6 trunks. You've looked in one. They all look identical.
I will pick another one at random and check it just to see if seems like it also contains.
You see more of the same daggers.
Okay, lots of daggers. All right,
lots of daggers.
Okay, I will leave the trunks then and sort of shrug and maybe check out the cases. There were some cases of things.
There were cases. So the cases are smaller than the trunks. There are 2 cases.
Okay.
They are kind of tied up. But you can, with some leather, you can untie them and easily retie them so no one would see.
Great. I'll do just that.
And you open them both quickly, and they each have 50 obsidian head arrows in them.
Nice. Okay. Weapons. Cool. All right. Mm-hmm. And then I guess the last thing was possibly those casks. Most of those, so there were some that did not contain wine.
Correct. So you get closer to one, and you start smelling, and you clearly can tell that they are lamp oil.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I've done
Meanwhile, elsewhere on this day, I launch into some material from my new album.
Oh, let's see. Roll performance.
I haven't tested this before. This is the first time I've played it, so
Nobody wants to hear the
worried
new
about how
stuff.
it's
They
gonna
just
go
want to
over.
hear the hits. Okay.
Oh,
That's just a 13. Yeah.
They are kind of into it, but it looks like they're waiting for some of the more familiar material.
Freaking sophomore slump.
One of the handlers wanders off back to his.
Oh no!
He's like,
Free
Look
bird.
quickly! Look
Free
quickly!
bird.
I really was into
I'm
early
losing him.
Ketchka, but this jazz fusion thing he's into now is just not my cup of tea.
I liked her
Experimental
before she was
period,
cool.
no good.
I was really into Ketchka last week.
That's right. This week I'm over it. And so back up on the main deck, I don't know if Regdar's probably sleeping it off because he is
Ragnar was pretty beat up. He needs his rest / he'll supervise what's going on up here.
Presta, are you just staying out of it?
Yeah, I want as little to do with these people.
Ragnar is going to look
Smart
for
move.
a more subtle
You gotta admit,
opportunity
smart
to
move.
search for stuff, but he's probably doing a pretty cursory, like, just what's in plain sight. Oh, there's not a stack of evil beetles here. All right, seems above board. Move along.
And Carlos, are you doing the same
Well,
thing?
I took a tough hit there from the horror, so I'm gonna take a nap too and try to regain my hit points for a later time.
All right. And so, Scale, you don't find anything in the secure. The guard, who seems a little enamored with your charms, is like, well, if you want to perform, the most of you should
Excuse
probably
me?
check out the other secure cargo area too. And I can help you with that if you need any help.
Sure. That's so sweet. Well, you did such a great job keeping this area secure. I would feel safe leaving, valuables here. So I would love to see what the other area looks like.
Not a single other guard came in while I was in here poking around. That's a good job.
And so he goes off and he unlocks the other storage, the other secure storage, and he motions you in. He actually follows you in this time, and he's like, "What are you looking for?"
Oh, I'm just looking to see. I've heard that this was one of the most secure places and that the guards here were really, really good and efficient. And I just wanted to check out how efficient it really was because, I've heard that that's one of the most elite types of guarding was to watch over other people's stuff.
Oh, well, I like to think so. I think I'm a cut above the rest of the guards, and I think Bezrek saw that, and that's why he assigned me to this secure cargo area. I tell you, I love securing things. If you have something that needs to be secured, you just let me know.
Well, I take a look to see anything that might be either large enough to keep one. I listen for any noises of like a scurrying beetle.
So in this cargo area, you see that there are a bunch of bolts of spun silk. You see 6 steel short swords. You see 16 small jars of rare spices. And 25 reams of rice paper.
So nothing that could hold
beetles.
Big beetle.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's good to know, though, right? I mean, we had to rule things out.
Hey, better to know.
And this was probably like the hardest place to get into, right? So
I thank him so much for helping. I ask, what is your name again?
Well, that is a good question. I will know my name momentarily. As soon as I roll on this chart.
Elsewhere aboard the ship, Kachka has just launched into an extended rap about the perils of slavery and how it sucks to be a slave.
Ooh, topical.
Oh my God.
His name is
79.
It's actually an 18.
Well, if you could help, I'm actually also looking for I lost one of my pets. And I heard
what did it look like? In addition to securing, I am quite good at locating.
Wow!
Really?
Yes.
Really? Well, it was a little friendly, sweet little beetle, and about this big. And I think that someone might have stolen it and put it into some sort of a box somewhere here. Do you know where that would be? Where could someone hide something here?
Well, there are plenty of places to hide things. This is the biggest caravan I've ever been in. I don't really get out much. But I haven't heard anything about beetles anywhere. But I would check the cargo bay, I guess. There's lots of boxes and stuff in the cargo bay. If I were hiding something, I'd put it in there.
Well, thank you so very much. And I say, well, my name is Scale, and if you ever need any help, let me know.
I will keep that in mind. It was a lovely meeting you. Do you have any dinner plans? Because I'm getting off shift in about an hour. And I hear they have some great kank stew tonight.
That sounds delicious. I that might just be where I will meet you.
Oh, I will see you there.
Okay, great.
Wink.
I scurry off. I go down to the cargo bay.
Forget everything. You go down to the cargo bay and you're meted with a raucous hootenanny as Ketchka is singing and performing his best. And you notice Umlal is kind of looking through some stuff. And he catches your eye and shakes his head as if to say, I got nothing down here.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I let him know that I found nothing in the secure cargo area. And I try to do listen in for if there's anything that seems, I walk around the cargo bay just to see if I hear any like scurrying against some sort of a pot or anything that's moving.
Roll a perception check.
Try out some of my new ambient material on you.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
I'm glad I'm in bed.
That's a 23. It works out.
These people, they all sit down. You chill out.
This one's called Three Fingers. You're going to love it.
The slaves welcome this rest. And Scale, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary other than some ambient music, which may or may not be your cup of tea. I think that probably the ambient music is enough to, you think, mask any kind of scuttling of beetles that might have occurred. But, who knows?
I asked Ketchka if he can take a little break for some water or sustenance for a second so we can kind of check out the cargo bay.
Okay, take 5, me.
And then just as you do that, the cargo bay door, so there's stairs that lead up to the cargo bay door. It slams open, and you notice that one of the junior drivers is there, and he says, "What the hell is going on down here? The animals are getting riled up. They haven't been fed. Why are you slaves laying about?" And he walks down and he grabs one of the slaves by the back of their neck and says, "Get back to work," and throws them up gives them a shove. And the rest of them quickly get up and make some excuses and say, we thought we heard something in here, and run away. And then he says, what are you three doing down here?
We're making sure that no one's stealing from the cargo bay, of course. We're the guards here.
Duh.
Well, I guess that makes sense. And he walks away.
Ting.
All right.
Okay,
So,
we search around to hear any noises.
all right. Perception checks all.
All right.
Of course, you are on a giant thing rolling through the desert on big wheels. So
11.
All right. Well, it seems like
14.
you all you spend some time looking through the cargo bay, looking at all the cargo. It all seems like it's just mundane cargo. You don't hear any noises that you are not expecting to hear, other than as Erica pointed out, the wheels are groaning and there's a lot of background noise. But even given that, you're spending enough time down here. Well, I shouldn't assume that. How much time do you want to spend down in the cargo bay?
Just so we give it a thorough check.
At least 17, 18 hours, I'm thinking.
Well, I'll say in order to really search it, you need to be down here for about an hour.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
And so after an hour, you are certain that the cargo is just what the cargo is. There's no beetles hidden anywhere that you can find.
Okay, I go to take a nap so that I can sleep, so that I can regain my spelling abilities and
Okay, so as you are through the course of the day, it's the sun is rising because they want to travel when the sun is down. So the caravan is crawling to a halt, or maybe not. It crawls to a halt at the appropriate time, and camp is set up. And so you have the choice. Most they set up a bunch of fires. Most of the people on the caravan sleep outside because they don't want to sleep cooped up on the deck. Some guards are posted inside. The secure cargo continues to be guarded but everyone else is eating their dinner and resting up outside.
Is the master in evidence?
The master is outside, making sure he's eating the lion's share of the best food.
So if somebody were to slip into his cabin at some point, this would be a reasonable time to try that.
Seems like an opportune moment.
Yes.
Yes, mostly everybody is outside eating. You see Elfaric says, "Hey, Scale, I am gonna go get myself a seat around the fire, and I was thinking, if you're not busy or I know you got some friends here. I don't want to, but I think that maybe I know the best kank stew. I can get us an extra ration or something, and maybe we could just talk, chill. I have a lot of ideas, many plans. Just saying, if you're free, I could show you how to secure some things."
Okay, I'll try to get any details out of him about any strange goings on with the caravan.
Okay.
I still need to take a nap at some time, so I'm gonna try to sneak off after. Go to sleep.
She says, "I love naps too."
No.
I'm sorry. I was just
Have you met my older friend? He's like Carl. There's all kinds. No.
Okay. Well, I apologize. So
Awkward.
Oh, caravan guards.
That's right.
You gotta love them.
So as you're sitting by the fire, you see Dalgar, who's the scarred, thick-waisted mole, and he is sitting there eating some dinner, trying not to make eye contact with Elfaric, and it is clear that he feels bad about his sad attempts to move you.
I'm going to scuttle up to the fighting deck and just take a look at the passageway to the master's cabin and see if it's guarded in any way.
Kachka, do you mind if I accompany you?
You can, but if we get caught, then bad things might happen.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'll go with them. Make sure that they don't get into trouble.
I escape and go to sleep.
Okay, so do you want to sleep in a tent outside or in the common area or the guards' room?
Where are any of our other people sleeping?
I will be sleeping outside someplace, probably off.
Okay, I'll sleep next to Presto.
Away from these yahoos.
All right.
Just away from people.
Oh, she doesn't like you people.
I'm not a people.
We probably do
I
not.
really hate you, dude. Well, I'm an elf. I'm scared.
First of all, not a dude.
Normative.
Second,
It's hard to tell, though.
there is
come
no
on.
second.
elf.
It is true that elves and
I will win you
Valkyrie.
over. I have an 18.
It's hard. It's hard to see through the Steve Lutz, but Kachka is really quite lovely.
I'm not sure that's true.
As
Like,
most
I'm gonna
insects
start-
go, I'm really hot.
As long as he doesn't start gnawing on my arm while I'm asleep. That's the thing I'm worried about.
He's hot for an arthropod.
She.
Elves are very tasty.
That is right. All right, let me just look up something
okay.
here. Where is that PDF? Oh, here we are. Here we are.
Is Carlos still asleep?
Carlos, well, you could wake up and
Missing out.
You've probably woke up. You haven't taken a long rest yet, but you took a short rest. So
Carlos
you
is still asleep then.
I should point out that what we're up to right now is technically shenanigans. So we are, in fact, doing what we were told not to.
We are
Probably
on.
best.
We're also sabotaging them, right?
Are we sabotaging them?
No, we're not sabotaging anything.
Well, we're also, I don't know. I feel like, there's a lot of things we're doing right now that we probably shouldn't be doing.
Well, the Veiled Alliance wants us to find these bugs. That's not. We're not messing with the teak supply. We're on mission.
Yes.
That's true. Don't touch this. So who is it? It is Regdar, Omla, and Ketchka are and Scale. Oh no, Scale is sleeping.
we're just having a look.
is far away from everyone. Carlos is dead asleep.
Siesta.
You guys go up through to the top deck, and you notice outside the fighting deck that there's a catapult that is manned at the moment, and a guard nods at you.
And we nod back. Hello, guard. How are
and
you? We're
the
also
ma-
guard. It's good to see you.
Yes.
Always good to meet another guard.
Yes, the pleasure is mine.
How you doing, guard?
He says guardedly.
Guard. You're doing a great job, guard.
Thank you.
Come
I
on,
appreciate that. The
Guard it up.
Guard compliments only come from other guards.
You are guarding the shit out of it here. Good job.
And so the master's cabin is the door. There's a door there. It has a lock on it.
So this is the door to the hallway to the master's cabin, or the master's cabin itself?
This is, you are in the hallway, all four of you, or three of you, and you're just nonchalantly kind of looking at the door, and as you carry on this guard conversation with the guy through the other door.
Good news. I have advantage when making strength checks to break things.
Well, don't break it. We're trying to keep a low profile here.
Do I look like I have a lot of subtlety? What?
I'm gonna tell you. Let's not break the door down.
And as you're doing, the guard at the catapult says, "Hey, have you guys had any of the stew tonight? Is it any good?"
Oh, it's awesome. You should get down there and have some, dude.
I can't
Listen,
leave my post.
as a guard, I gotta tell you.
We could cover.
What are you guys? One of you guys here to relieve me?
Yeah, we'll be up here for however long it takes to eat dinner. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're a guard. We're guards. We're interchangeable, right? We're interchangeable parts on this thing.
All
Why
right.
don't
So
you go down and get some food, and one of our other guards will take your place, and no one will even know.
someone needs to roll deception.
Check it out. How
That'll
about
be me.
I would like to do you one better than that.
Oh.
I am going to use a magic spell.
Oh.
Or something that looks so impressive you'd assume it's magic.
But
Not
it's
that I would ever
totally
do
not.
anything
But
illegal. This is a level 2 spell. It's called Suggestion. Which
Oh.
I suggest a course of activity, a sentence or two, and magically influence a creature I see that can hear and understand me. So I can't suggest to like something that doesn't speak English, I guess.
This isn't one of those spells where the guy gets pissed off at you afterwards. 'cause he
The
realizes he's
suggestion
been
must be
manipulated.
reasonable, and the target makes a wisdom saving throw to basically attempt to not be influenced by my suggestion. But my suggestion is that it is totally reasonable that he should go and get some stew, and we'll cover for him. And in fact, he should probably wait in line a couple times to bring us some stew as well.
All right. Well, of course, in the NPC guard entry that I wrote, I did not put down his saving throw for wisdom. So
It's very low.
let me look that up 1 second.
It's like a -4.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Guards are
I'm
not
using up
good.
a
Wait a
level
minute,
2
isn't
spell
it just
slot,
whatever
so-
he's got for his spell DC?
Take it from us, guards.
Well, I need to see if I get a plus versus his.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, then his wisdom modifier.
I do not. So what is the DC is what, 13, 14, something?
It's the same for everything, right? My spell save DC is 15.
All right. So and it's versus wisdom.
Yeah.
He says, "That sounds perfectly reasonable to me." How much? You big one. You look like you need a large serving. 4 servings. Okay. It's gonna take me a while.
That's fine. Take your time.
You guys will.
You're the
will
best.
Man the catapult.
Oh,
And
I'm all over that catapult.
great. He gets up. He walks down these stairs.
Guys, I have a catapult.
You guys are great.
I don't know if that was necessary, but it
Hey,
seems
there's a door
why-
here we need opened.
why not risk it, right?
Yeah, I got a cat. Well, sometimes when you have a catapult, every problem looks like something that needs to be catapulted.
I'm not sure that's how that goes, but okay.
I have the rules for catapults. So if you
Kachka, do you want to try picking this lock before we let him smash it into pieces?
What would I use for lock pick?
bards no longer are really luck picky.
Yes.
First of all, you kind of need like thieves' tools, right?
I
need
don't
thieves'
have thieves
tools.
tools.
And
That's,
there is-
That's gonna be a
not
problem.
that kind of bard.
There's no longer just a thievery check, I noticed.
Yeah,
Nope, you need thieves tools.
you have
I'm
to be
assuming-
proficient with thieves' tools, and then
So
you
it's like
use
nature,
those.
it's a natural lock, or like
Yeah, yeah.
intimidation.
It's
Yeah.
a-
Sleight of hand. I don't.
Scott, talk to me about how I could use animal handling in this situation.
Man, I can totally speak with animals if we
Well,
need to.
there
Also, I
are-
can like possess animals.
You probably
That's
could.
creepy.
Yep.
There's an animal in my pants.
Oh.
Oh, that was inappropriate.
It's a beetle.
Oh, now it's appropriate. Good job.
It's Paul McCartney.
I call him Ringo.
I cannot think of a way that you could use animal handling in which to open this door.
All right. If animal
There's
handling
some
is
sort
not
of-
going to help us.
There's some sort of an animal that picks locks that you might have about
Oh,
you.
yeah, like a lock weevil?
Yeah, the lock weevil. That's a perfect one.
Yeah. They don't have those in Dark
No,
Souls.
No, sadly, they were extinct.
extinct in Athos. Yeah.
All right. Well, so given our lack of lock picks or lock weevils, Omwal, you want to smash this lock?
Yeah. I want that.
Oh dear.
All
We're
right.
totally going to get that guy fired. He also, just so we're clear, that thing that might have looked like magic, that was just a suggestion. I didn't hypnotize him, so he knows who we are. So
All right, guys, here's our
this
story.
lock was smashed when we got here.
Here's our story. I'm going to say that the door was unlocked, and I came in here looking to, make a little time with the master because he's a very attractive man. And I thought I caught a glint in his eye that said he's bug curious.
So you smashed the lock to get into
no,
his
the lock
room
it
and
was
already
he's
on.
unlocked. It was unlocked when I got up.
It was
All
rough.
right.
And
All right.
and I closed the door and locked it so nobody else would come in, because I'm safety oriented. And then Omlal managed to wander by, and he heard some scuttling and some my mandibles clicking together, and he thought somebody was ravaging the master's cabin, and so he broke down the door. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Straightest
totally
line
not.
equals the truth.
Seems totally reasonable.
Yeah,
to do.
totally not believable.
Occam's
But
razor.
let's just really focus on not getting caught and having to use that horrible story.
And basically, if he walks in on us, that just happened, guys. Okay, it just happened moments ago.
14 on a strength check.
It is still locked.
Oh, Jesus
You
Christ!
slam against it, it resists.
Oh man, wow, that's some good door there. What is that made out of? Teak?
Yes, it is. in fact.
Well, that's a valuable door. Then can we just take it off the hinges and sell it?
Hinges are on the-
Whoa.
Hinges are on the inside.
I totally forgot that I have a super relevant spell.
Is it not?
Did you
it's
mark it
locate
as your
object.
quarry?
No, I
Find
should
evil beetles?
I should have done this about 3 hours ago in game.
Locate the spare key.
No, check this out. So I need a little bit of time to concentrate. But I can locate an object that I have seen before, like this beetle, because we've seen them. So, Scott, I'm just going to use locate object because it will tell me if it is within 1,000 feet of me. It will tell me what direction it's in.
Well, before you do that, there is a spell called Locate Creature.
Oh,
So I'm going to say you would know that Locate Object only works with objects.
oh, beetles are not objects.
Beetles are
Well,
not.
if there's a
I-
dead one in there, it's no longer.
I have
creature,
a
right?
problem with objectifying beetles.
Surely one of them has died at some point.
Tony, why? Why do you have to do that?
Well, I feel less bad about forgetting about that spell until now. So continue.
All right, another shot knocking down that door.
Well, maybe you could locate us a set of lockpicks.
We don't
You
know how to
seen a
use
set of
them.
lockpicks before?
You ever used a set of lockpicks?
He could locate a set of lockpicks.
It's
I mean,
it's
a
a
disadvantage.
16.
it's really tiring to use this.
All right, so you put your half giant shoulder into it. You hear the splinter of expensive teak. As
They're so getting
Under
fired.
the teak. What have you
Oh
done?
my God, they're gonna make
Oh,
us
man.
door.
bursts in.
I feel like when Presta and Scale and Carlos hear about this, they are not going to be happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, we're all making a deal that they never hear about.
Cut to,
And now the door's
cut
open.
to Carlos.
I just thought this was how you guys did things. Fast,
You do something
fast
about
and
us.
loose.
Carlos briefly here's faintly in the distance the sound of a door shattering. And goes.
And you cut to Scale, hearing. One of my favorite things about securing things is that
Smash, smash.
Oh.
how many bowls of stew do you want? I don't think you can carry that many up the stairs.
This is all going great. So now that we got that door open,
The door's open.
what's going on there?
So you want to go in? I'm assuming.
Yes,
I
I'm
didn't
going to
break
pop
down
in-
this door not to go in.
I'm going to pop in and
And then they leave it.
investigate
They just
because
leave
I
it.
have a high investigation and I don't know when else I'm going to use this skill.
All right, so you go in and you investigate. Roll to investigate.
I'm totally going to do that.
Put on your little deer stalker. Get
Oh,
your
that's
little
a
magnifying
9.
glass out.
That's not so good.
You don't think there's anything in here?
It's
I
a
broke down that door for
completely empty
nothing?
cabin.
It's
I can
empty.
help investigate, right?
Yep.
No, so I'm not trained in investigate, but I can just add my intelligence modifier. Is that true?
Yes. You do not get your proficiency bonus, but
So did I do that right? My intelligence modifier is 7, so I rolled
yes.
16
So-
plus 7
is 23. So you go into this cabin. It's a nicely appointed cabin. It's not lavish in any way, but it's clearly a step up from your bunk.
Can't be that nice. It's got a broken door.
That door was very nice before it was broken. It's 20 by 20. You see that there are a few arrow slits here, so it could be a defensible position if the caravan were to be under attack. You see a bed, you see charts of the desert, a chest at the end of the bed, and clothes, the normal things you would think you'd find in a cabin. Maybe a couple of mementos of drawings of Bezrek in front of various places, postcards from different city-states that he's gone to. He seems to collect
Scenic Uruk.
he collects teaspoons, it looks like, so
but not like a big bucket full of beetles or anything.
Does he have a little hula girl that wiggles?
he does, but it's not wiggling because the caravan's not moving. But if the caravan
It's three green Wheeler Girl.
yes. And so you open, you think, well, okay, this all looks above board. Let's check the trunk. You open the trunk, and there's just some pants in there.
Oh, yes, we found the pants.
Are they?
Were we looking for beetles?
Are they? I'd like to roll an Arcana check on the pants.
All right. And everyone roll a perception check.
Magic pants.
Everyone who's in this room looking at pants should roll a perception check.
Sure. What is my perception? 4. Nice. 18.
The pants are just normal pants.
Do they fit me?
They do not fit you.
Damn it.
You're
they,
huge.
They are purple, though.
I didn't say do they fit on my on my legs. Like, can I wear them as like?
Do they suit him?
They do suit him.
Oh, it's a pity they don't fit him then.
You hear some steps in the hallway.
Oh, time to go.
Katska, this one's your job. I knocked down the door. Everything else is up to you.
Yeah, I made that guy leave and get stew.
Wait a minute, who's in here? All three of us are in here?
All three of you are in there. Okay. You're all currently holding up a pair of pants and examining.
I'm picturing Amal trying to hide under the bed and his like legs sticking out like 5 feet.
And the steps are approaching the door.
I'm gonna poke my head out and see if anybody's there. Like,
Oh God.
Someone, in fact, is there. It is another guard. And he says, "Hey, what's going on up here?"
thank goodness you're here. These two just busted in on me.
Oh my God.
Did you just throw us under the caravan?
What were you doing in Bezrek's cabin?
Well, that's none of your business. Can't a lady have secrets?
I have many questions currently. First, you're a lady. I know you're a guard, though. You shouldn't be in there. Who else is in there? And he looks in and he sees Umlal easily. He says,
He's holding a
two
pair
should
of
not be
pants.
here."
Oh man, now we're gonna have to murder this guy. I mean,
Oh my God. Someone's broken in. We're investigating.
yeah.
I came in here to look for the master. Breslek, is that his name?
Brezrak.
I came in here to look for him. The door was open. I closed the door and locked it behind me.
Yes. Okay.
I've got my reasons.
How did you get into the cabin? The
It
door
was
is
open.
always locked.
The door was open when I walked in, obviously. And then these two, suddenly I heard this loud exploding teak sound. And these two came busting in the door.
Roll for deception.
That's a 22.
Let's see. He's going to roll insight, which is probably not a guard's best. I did not think there would be so much guard interaction.
Well, that was your mistake.
Clearly, I apologize.
Scott, you've played a guard before. You should know how this goes.
More than
That's
once.
true. Guards interact.
All I said was, "Don't touch the painting."
That's an interaction right there.
Guards.
It's true. Step back. So he's like, well, I guess that makes sense.
Has the ring of truth about it.
Well, I've never been so mortified in my life. I am leaving.
I do declare.
Well,
I do declare.
I'm gonna. I guess I'll keep these guys for questioning, though. They should. They clearly they were going to assault you, right, madam?
I'm gonna try. Can I try to roll intimidate on them?
Wait, I know these gentlemen, and my suspicion is that they were on the up and up. They probably thought I was in here.
Story is you contradicting yourself as you go.
Well, I thought you said they burst in looking to attack you.
They burst in, but I've known these gentlemen for some time, and I know that that's unlikely.
That Kachka is a much better liar than Steve Lutz.
I know it's unlikely that these two would be up to no good. They probably had good intentions.
Well,
Almo, we may want to say something because right now our fate is in his claws.
I think you'll have to roll another deception check for that one. Because it kind of contradicts your other deceptions. So,
well, no, they burst in, because they were thinking that something bad was going on in there.
I'm thinking something bad's going on in here.
There's an 18.
All right, well, that also makes sense to me. I think that they performed admirably. And I'm glad that you were not in any harm, madam. I'm not sure.
Look, everything seems to be under control here. We'll be moving along.
Well,
Good job.
I will have to ask you not to leave, though. I need to tell Vezrek about this broken door.
All I know is someone needs to fix this door immediately.
Yeah, we need to fix this door. If this door is not fixed by the time he finds out it is broken, we're all in trouble.
Yeah, I'm going to reinforce that and try to roll intimidate.
It would be
on it. Like Vezrek is going to be.
It would be really great if that guy came back with a tray with like 8 bowls of soup on it right now.
Well, let's see if that happens. And in fact, coming up the stairs, I said there would be a 10% chance. I rolled a 4, so coming up the stairs, holding a big giant tray with 8 bowls of stew.
Love this guy.
Is a guard who says, "Hey guys, I've got all this stew for you."
Hey, was the door broken when you were here?
No.
Are you sure?
Roll your intimidate, Umla, if you want to intimidate.
I rolled a 12 on my intimidate.
All right. Well, I don't think he's going to be intimidated by that. He is not intimidated by that. So the guard in the cabin is like, "Well, I really have to tell Brezzik." And the other guard is like, "Guys, this stew is really heavy."
Hey guys, we're guards. We've got stew. Let's have a hootenanny.
Yeah, just here. Kachka, I start handing you stew, and you need to start handing him stew.
Okay, we're going to start handing stew around.
Forehand.
Right, the guard takes the stew and is like, I already ate. What is going on here?
I'll have more. It's good.
Marx
It's
Brothers.
a Marx
movie.
Brothers movie. Oh my god. A night in the caravan.
I shot a kink in my pajamas. How the kink out of my pajamas? I don't know.
Listen, guard, can't you see I love you?
Which guard are you talking to?
Any of them, all of them. Simultaneously. I got 4 arms.
Well, the guard who discovered you breaking in says, "I really need to tell Brezzik about this. He's gonna want to know. He's really touchy about his door."
Listen, there's a lot of teeth on board, right? We could quickly assemble another door here, couldn't we? Do something about that. Brezzik doesn't need to know.
Well, that's true. Tony, I assume you're continuing to concentrate on your suggestion.
Oh yeah, update out. Though the trick is, I have to tell someone to do something. Once they do it, they're out of.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I would say that at this point,
So he is done.
Yeah, he is delivered. He has delivered soup.
So he puts down the stew and he's like, what's going on here?"
No, I mean, he's not. He wasn't hypnotized. It just seemed like a great idea, and now he's done it. And he's like, "Yeah, I brought these guys stew. That was great."
Understand, but he just doesn't know why the door is broken while you're in the cabin. That's the main question.
I get that.
He understands. He knows who you are. You guys were why? And he says to Umla, "Why aren't you in the catapult?"
Oh yeah, I was checking on this door that broke down.
The other guard says, "Wait, I thought you broke the door."
I'm unclear what happened with the door.
Yeah.
Listen, there's just a lot of confusing stuff going on here. I think the smartest thing for all of us to do would be to figure out a way we can fix this door and then just all go away.
Yeah, I don't know about doors.
Well, the guard in the cabin says it was clear. This lady said that you two broke the door in to save her.
Look,
Is
the
that
catapult is clearly unmanned. I should go be. I should be on that catapult. That's where I'm supposed to be.
The other guard says, "No, I'm going on the catapult. You were supposed to be on the catapult."
I frankly had a hard time following the Three Kings story. It was very complicated, and I was theoretically there for most of it, and it did not make sense to me. But it's been a very long day. I might have sunstroke. Do you guys have sunstroke?
All I know is the guard inside says, "You," and he points to the former catapult guard. "Don't let them leave this room. I'm going to get Bresrick, and he can just sort this out." And so he walks the guard. We'll name him Toby.
Good name.
Traditional Dark Sun guard name. Yes,
Toby.
I'm with you.
And there's an apostrophe in there. He goes,
Obi.
He's also half Klingon. He walks out, or he's going to walk out. If you want to stop Toby or not, it's up to you. But he's clearly going to go get Bresrick.
I feel like this is not a situation where adding additional magic is going to help.
It's his
I don't
word
know what
against
you're
yours,
thinking.
right?
It always helps.
I mean, I could like light him on fire or something. But that's
Okay, maybe not that. That might be.
I could put him to sleep, and maybe we could make him think it was a dream of some
Or
kind.
just toss him over the back and lose him in the desert. I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember, there are two guards.
Yeah, there are two guards.
Yeah.
Like we're in one of these situations where you got to murder both guards now, Carlos.
I'm
That's the
proficient.
problem.
I'm
I'm
proficient with
asleep.
any improvised thrown weapon. If I throw a guard at another guard, does that count?
Yes, it would.
I don't think I'll do that.
You'd have to grapple him first, but
You know, I think maybe we just come clean with the leader and just say we were searching for stuff. We were trying to make sure everything was secure, and because people are going to
That'll
find
go
out.
well.
I mean,
He'll be understanding.
yeah.
yeah, I remember
Smash cut too.
It is-
We're wandering across the
Through-
desert with no
through
food or water.
His pants
Yes.
and Lulu's. He's
I
not going to
remember
mind.
one of the first things Hotel told you, with the half giant who's in charge of you, is if you get up to anything he doesn't like, he's just going to leave you in the desert.
Yeah. Oh, that I forgot about that.
I've been left in the desert before, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Listen, this is incredibly embarrassing for me personally. I found myself with an
lost your
uncontrollable attraction to the master, and frankly, I'm just embarrassed now. And I to be honest, can't we just make this go away somehow? Aren't you interested in protecting a lady's honor?
They're not giving us a parking ticket.
No, I just want Bresrick to come in here, and he can get. I don't want to get blamed for any of this.
Me neither.
So
We can all agree on that.
what you guys are doing?
You should totally blame the guy with the stew. Just say he did it.
And so Toby is leaving. If you're not
His
going to,
name, by the way, is Stu.
and he leaves, and he goes down, and the other guard, whose name we will call Maguire, is,
But it's a Dark Sun name, so it's spelled with like a Q.
Yeah.
yes, is saying, "All right, well, I'm going to stand guard here," and he takes out he has a short sword, and he's holding it and staring at you guys. Actually, he has a crossbow. He has his crossbow out.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be easier to take a short sword off him than a crossbow, probably.
I mean,
And he says, "Well, you guys stand on the other side of the room.
But our
and
stew's over there with you.
Take your stew."
I'm okay
He
then.
has to give you the stew. All right, so you're in this room.
I feel really bad about murdering someone who's just okay at their job.
What if we just incapacitate him? I'm considering eating my stew and then using the bowl as an improvised weapon.
All right, guys. I think it's time to do something.
Now that the guy
in
has
my
left.
alignment yet, so this
Wait,
makes a
Kachka?
determination for me. Yeah,
Kachka,
yeah,
do you have the ability to make him sleepy?
yeah. I could try
I
that.
think that seems like the most non-violent way to get out of this situation.
Play a lullaby.
and then you can
I
slit
just-
his throat.
One dude's going down the stairs right now, so I'm not sure how much that helps.
I mean, I think at this point we just get away from this guy, and I mean, it's hard. It's not.
Yeah. Fortunately, we're not at all distinctive.
And it's not like the caravan. It's just one rolling building that we all have to live in.
And it's not like it's only one fry crane, but there are two half giants, so that'll be.
All right, so let's see. I roll 5d8, and that tells me how many hit points of creatures it can affect.
All right.
Make sure you
Should
don't put us to sleep by accident.
Should be plenty. What is? Yeah, let's see. It's a 90-foot range.
This is overkill.
Any creature within 20 feet of me. So you guys are going out too.
What?
This is a terrible idea.
All right.
Now, I will say that Umlaw
I can maybe
is
drag
very
one dude out of here.
large. You will not be able to drag his unconscious body.
Well, I also have a decent number of hit points, so
Well,
it may
that's
not
true.
affect
He
me.
may not fall asleep.
Could I like
Can you
tuck
turn him to
one guy
flame?
under 2 arms, the other guy under the other 2 arms, and then maybe like use a foot and drag the other one?
I just imagined you getting about halfway down one set of stairs as the guy's coming up the top.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing right now.
All right. Oh, this requires a cricket.
He is basically is a cricket.
Check.
Yeah, I'm here.
He took one from the bar earlier.
All right, roll 5d8.
No, I'm rethinking this.
Oh, all right.
And why? Yeah, maybe I don't know. Can you guys run for it quickly?
Well, so the way it works is the lowest hit points first.
Okay.
And then the second, so it's in reverse order. So the most, if you rolled 5 8s, you would get 45 hit points, right? So
Yeah.
just think about that. So
I'm
chances are
thinking about
Ulal will not be asleep. Regdar may fall asleep. The guard definitely will fall asleep.
But I could totally carry Regdar.
Umlal can carry. Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, I'm doing it. Here we go. Sleep time. Sleepy time. 25.
All right. So the guard falls unconscious.
How many hit points does he have?
McGuire hits the floor. That leaves 14 more hit points. Tony, how many hit points does Regdar currently have?
I'm up to full, right? So 22.
You may not have slept.
We did
yet.
not sleep
No.
yet, so.
Oh, I thought because I didn't do anything while they were searching the hold and stuff.
Well, unless you used your hit die.
I guess I would have done that. I don't know how that works.
So you roll, you have 3d, what are you, a wizard? 6?
Regular guy.
Regular guy, and you add your constitution bonus to each die.
I get to roll 3d6.
Well, no,
or
you
I
can
roll-
choose how
You can
many.
choose how many of those.
You can choose how
'Cause
many.
you don't
You can
get them
roll
back
one,
until
add your con mod, and then see if you want to roll another.
yeah.
Sorry, this is slowing it down.
Heal more than 14.
Yes, just get above 14. So you're
Oh, wait a minute. Could I have? When did he do this? Theoretically.
you could have.
After your are you asking about bardic nonsense?
Yeah, I have Song of Rest, so you would get an extra
He
1d6.
he was resting while you were playing a concert
Yeah.
for slaves in the car.
Oh, but see, I was playing music, so maybe I snuck in a Song of Rest in the set list.
You did not.
Well played, Scott. Well played. So that brings me up to 14 hit points.
All right, you are asleep. Because that is exactly the amount that he has left.
Yeah,
in his
I wasn't sure if it was
sleep.
Alright.
inclusive or exclusive.
I'm gonna sling Regdar over my shoulder then.
All right, I'm going to grab the guard. The other
Scott,
guard.
Scott, now that I'm asleep, does this count as a long rest?
It can if they don't wake you up.
Hey, this was
I
Regdar's
cradle
plan.
him.
He didn't tell us what to do after we slept every day.
I cradle him gently so he sleeps well.
Oh, this is about as worse as everything.
All right, hear me out on the suggestion for that guard.
Okay.
Put him in the catapult. I didn't say use the catapult. I just said put him in the catapult.
You know what? There's a certain amount of comfort in now that my character is unconscious that I have no. At this point, it's not my fault. Right?
Right.
Wait a minute, could I be?
You didn't cause any of this.
Plausible deniability.
So what are you doing? You've got Regdar on your shoulder, Omlal.
Yeah.
You've got an unconscious guard sleeping in the door jamb of the master's cabin.
What the hell are we going to do?
All right. Okay, so Regdar's
I
already
didn't think
asleep.
you'd do any of this, so
Reg-
clearly I'm not a good judge.
Okay, Regdar's already asleep, so I suggest we go down to the guard's room and just like pretend we're asleep the whole time.
Okay, so Regdar is Groucho, Umlal is Chico, and Kachka is Harpo. Is that what we're doing here?
Oh, that means I don't have to
Huh?
speak anymore.
Huh?
That's good.
You can easily move any of these bodies anywhere you want. So
Is there a hat I could set on fire somewhere? In the
All right, I'm gonna try to take Regdar down as unobtrusively as I possibly can.
All right, I'm following with the other guard. Is this the guard that brought us the soup, by the way, that I've got?
This
or
is
he
the
one who
guard that
adjusted?
brought you the stew. This is
Can we,
McGuire.
can we kind of prop the door closed-ish?
Okay,
You can. It closes.
Maybe you should put
it's
McGuire
just-
inside and make them really wonder
clearly
what the
broken.
real story is.
Can we tuck him in the
I'm
bed?
thinking maybe we just prop him up against the catapult so it looks like he fell asleep on duty,
Okay, that works. I'm doing with that.
and maybe he'll get so chewed out for that
Well, like, I mean, who's gonna
he'll
believe?
forget about the broken teak door.
Who's gonna believe his story about bringing 8 bowls of stew to a Thrycreen and a Goliath? Is all I'm saying.
Well,
Terrible story.
I will point out that there are 8 empty bowls of stew in the master's cabin.
Those are going in the catapult.
Just pile those all on his head like he's passed out after eating 8 bowls of
Yeah, he
soup.
passed out after he ate 8 bowls.
Stew poisoning. I've seen this before.
Yeah, we'll just arrange the stew around him at the base of the catapult.
Okay, so you're placing his body, his unconscious form,
Yes,
in
and
his catapult,
just lean him against the catapult there.
and then you're gonna surround him with empty bowls of stew.
Yep.
Indigestion makes you dream some crazy stuff, is all I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so you've closed the door to the cabin. You have Tony, you have Regdar on your shoulder. Ulal.
Yep.
It's all an undigested bit of kink.
Roll a d20 for me, and don't get below a 13.
Is this a check of some kind?
This is a check. I will make it a strength check. No, a dex check.
A dex check.
More of
Whoa.
the gravy than of the guard about you.
Oh boy. 13.
All right.
Yeah.
You manage to walk
Way to
down
hit
the
the bare
stairs.
minimum.
You manage to walk down the staircase with Regdar's unconscious form on your shoulder and not slam his head into anything.
You're welcome.
With Kachka scuttling behind you.
I'm sidling now. I changed it.
All right. I don't know what you're. So you're going to the guard room. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, totally.
All right. So you get there. No one sees you.
I tuck in Regdar.
You tuck in Regdar. All right. And we will. You see, Carlos is sleeping. Will Carlos give me a con check? If you fail, you wake up. It's DC 15.
9.
All right, you wake up.
I say,
What the hell is going on?
You wake up and you see Oblot is walking in, and he's gonna be like, "Shh, quiet, Ketchka," and he has Regdar's unconscious body slung over him in kind of like a fireman's carry.
I
and
pretend-
Ketchka is humming.
I pretend.
Carlos, this is your opportunity to be our Margaret Dumont.
I pretend to be asleep. I don't
Great
even want to
leadership.
know.
That is a wise choice.
I'll just go turn over and go back to sleep.
And I will say, unless you
I'm going
have
to pull up a spot in the corner and look like I'm in my torpor.
and I'm gonna jump. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep too. I'm gonna tuck myself in.
This is the worst idea.
So it's getting late here on the East Coast. So I don't know.
Guys, I have this theory about Dungeons and Dragons. Sometimes you need an agent of chaos. So,
Yeah, nice.
You're all Phil Hartman.
Good. Everybody gets us.
This might be a good time to end.
This entire adventure.
Wow.
Where's the reset button?
Yeah.
Where's our save
As I
point?
try-
Do we have a
as I-
save point before you knocked everybody out and broke down a door?
I will say I thought you guys would do many things. But none of this was what. But that's what makes D&D fun.
How was that it?
oh, sorry for everything.
Wow.
I'm not.
So when next we meet, which I guess, Jason, did you say you wanted to do it like every 2 weeks? Is that it?
Oh, no, every month
This
I
is
think is probably okay.
Every month. Oh, well then.
This
recorded
actually
for
will be
like
a short
4
session
hours,
as we
so
get
this
thrown off of the caravan and die in the desert.
Yeah, this is.
You know what's funny is I felt like I had a plan. Like I had the feeling of having a plan, but I really didn't. I didn't like explore that feeling beyond any kind of
Just trust your feelings.
It was just
Yeah,
like, this will work out. This is this feels like a plan. Yeah, I don't have a plan.
You know how they say you should trust your feelings?
Yeah, not so much.
Nope.
Sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah.
No battle plan survives contact with the enemy.
Or
that's
regular-
Or ourselves.
Or
actually,
So
yeah.
to recap what you've searched successfully and not found anything of note.
We found purple pants. How is that not of note?
Well, you found purple pants in the master's cabin. You found a bunch of grain in the cargo bay.
Grain, that's of note. I love grain.
A scale
grain all the
probably found the most interesting things in that she found valuables and paper and silk and possibly the love of her life.
Of his life. Love of his life.
Of his life, probably. And she feels very secure.
Yeah, let's be honest.
And that's really it. So you've searched the 2 secure cargoes, you've searched the cargo bay, and you've searched the master's cabin. There's still a bunch of places to search.
Also, we've been playing for 4 hours and Dan's not dead. That's a win.
Yeah.
That's right.
And nobody had to roll a death save, so kudos to you.
I sense one coming, though.
Oh, you think do actions have repercussions? Is that kind of game?
Don't sweat it, dude. The slaves are on my side. I sang those songs earlier.
So
We'll start an uprising and take over this damn caravan.
when we next meet, we will be starting with Carlos pretending to sleep. You guys just entering the guards' room.
Carlos, are you awake?
And Scale and Presta having no idea what's going on.
Not a clue.
Sorry.
Yeah, if I get tossed
Interesting
off
awakening.
with
Yeah.
you guys, I'm gonna be mighty PO.
You're off in the desert somewhere. You're in the best spot possible.
You're safe.
Mhm.
Although if we all
But I
get kicked
vouched-
off, you're
I
down to
vouched-
one person again.
The adventure does say sometimes players do unpredictable things.
Adventure of understatement.
I dare say doing incredibly stupid things is entirely predictable from this party.
Yeah, that's fair point.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun.
that was amusing.
I'm not sure yet.